Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tardis Zone Live, and it's International Dog Day. So Ted is here. Hello, Ted. Ted, he was all rearing to go, and now look at him. Now look at him. Say hello. Hello, everybody. Happy International Dogs Day. Yeah. Do you want to go down and see Mammy now? Do you like Peter Capaldi? Yeah. Do you like Jodie Whittaker? No. Yeah. So there's Ted. I hope he's all had a great weekend. I'll put him down because he's getting a bit restless. I hope he's all had a good weekend. Back Monday night as usual. Poll result in. So everybody has decided. The people that voted have decided that Wednesday nights will be the phone in for everybody. So if you are interested, I will say a few times during the stream tonight. If you are interested, give me a text and I will add you onto the list of people to come on Wednesday. You can all add me on Messenger, anybody that wants to come on. So, let me see who's here tonight. So, we have the usual people here. So, we got Rocket Runner, Yvette, Stephen, Peter Davison's here as well, Geek Name Joel. How are you? Unknown 289 is here as well, Rocket Runner. Who else? Who else? Don't want to miss anybody. Bull I seen was here as well. Who else? Who else have we got? Gary is here as well. How are you, Gary? And who else have we got? We have that's it at the moment, isn't it? There we go. We've got the Doctor, aka Amy, here too, and I Jordan is here as well. Chuckzilla, how are you all? I hope you all had a great weekend. And I see someone saying hi, Tardis. Did I skip his name there? I must have skipped his name somewhere. Hold on. Oh yeah, and Tardis is here as well. Sorry about that. Welcome all, everybody. So, how have you all been? And there's Dane as well. How are you? So, I don't know if you have seen over the last couple of days, I've put up a lot of content. I hope you have enjoyed some of that content. I've put up some Colin Baker interview as well. I hope you are liking the music as well. Um, the music choices some people find weird, but I just, you know, um, yeah, Pyramids of Mars behind me. Yeah, Zootech is on the shelf tonight. Yes, I decided to put our Pyramids of Mars up there. Um, so all quiet on the Doctor Who front. I've nothing really to tell you. To be honest, which is Source hasn't said much lately. Everything just seems to be quiet. The only thing, obviously, the Cybermen. We had the Cybermen, obviously, the photographs. Don't know if anybody's seen them, but I did zoom into the photographs. They're definitely Cybermen. There's definitely no doubt. Uh, yeah, please. Is he staying in here with me? Obviously, he is. Okay. um, Sutek on the shelf sounds like an 80s sitcom, says Rocket Runner. I'm pretty good now. The channel has been doing really well. Yeah, I'm not far away from 500 subscribers. I can't believe that actually. The channel over the last couple of weeks, especially, has blown. Um, and thank you all for your support. I see that a lot more people are watching all the other videos that I'm doing as well, not just the live streams, and I really appreciate that because I do try find articles and stuff out there that other channels are not really covering, and I try and be unique in all the videos that I do. Hence why I put music in my videos. And I see Maria's here as well, so hello. So yeah, Unknown 289 says you have gained one single subscriber since the live stream started. Are there any new reports from Las Vegas? Probably Chris Chibnall's probably being arrested by now in a hotel room somewhere. Jordan, I enjoy the music and reading the articles. Thanks very much. I do try pick songs that obviously I grew up with. Um, I came here from Neurotics channel. Gary gave you a shout out, says K. Care A4 Jelly Baby. Yeah, Gary's been very good to this channel, I have to say. I was actually listening to him last night. I actually listened to him and Doomcock all last night. It was a great stream. Um, I love the two of them. The Doomcock as well has been very good to this channel, and Ballstreck as well. And there's others out there as well that I've given mentions in the past as well. Um, so thank you for your support. It's really appreciated. High Desert 004 is here as well. I hope somebody pushed Chibs into the uh, Bella Goyo pool. Right, whatever, wife. You know me, I'm not good at these pronunciations. She shouted it from inside to pronounce it properly for me. Always watch them even when I'm not notified by YouTube. Thanks very much. Look, I really do appreciate everything that everybody has done for the channel. Also, everybody that has supported the channel over the last couple of, well, from the beginning, I should say. I've had uh, hey, Noel, dude, was great catching you on Gary's stream last night. Yeah, I was in the comments. I was. Good stream. I love listening to the two of them. They always have something. Um, they're always spot on. I mean, look, everything that they say is spot on. Never been to Vegas. Yeah. Um, same as myself. Um, me uncle and me auntie were actually over there when the Vegas shooting actually happened. They had only literally left like 20 minutes beforehand, so they were kind of lucky in that respects. But they could hear the bullets from where, and they could hear the shooting from where they were. So yeah, I wouldn't like to be in that environment myself. It's just horrible. Um, Well, I've got a Radio Times article here. We might as well give it a read. It's about Billie Piper. Why not? Because it's about Doctor Who, so we might as well give it a read here and see what they actually have to say. So Billie Piper admits she hated one part of her Doctor Who exit story. The former companion also wants a dark comedy spin-off about where her character is now. Billie Piper, finalish Doctor Who exit in 2008 was pretty emotional, with her former companion Rose Tyler electing to leave her Doctor David Tennant right after their long-awaited reunion to stay with his surprise half-human clone in a parallel universe instead. It's actually a meta-crisis Doctor. Why can't you just actually say meta-crisis Doctor? Yes, this show is weird. For many fans, Rose's decision to live with the meta crisis doctor, then they say it in the next bloody line, rather than her own was a cruel blow. And now it is emerged that Piper herself wasn't too happy about being left with the sloppy seconds doctor, who she thought was a poor replacement for the real thing. I hated that, Piper told Doctor Who magazine. In the same way, when I watched Beauty and the Beast, the Disney cartoon, I hated it when Beast turned into the man. I always wanted the Doctor to be the Beast and be in love with the Beast. I feel like this is the same sort of loss, like it's kind of a good thing, but it's not the same. He seemed like a lesser version, didn't he? I think it was just his outfit, she laughed. He wore a t-shirt instead of a tie and short, and somehow I took him less seriously. Jesus Christ. Seriously, how shallow was her companion, right? And even the way she's talking. Like Rose was shallow, right? And it just goes to show you how shallow she is. She had a like she got what nobody else would ever get, right? You, obviously the real doctor went off, but at least she got a medical. Jesus Christ, get over yourself, man. And all this love interest business, I bleed and hate it. Um, Today, Piper still dips her toe into the Doctor Who world by starring in Big Finish audio adventures. And one new story, Rose Tyler, The Dimension Canon, now available, reveals what she was up to, or what she was up to before her appearance in the 2008 finale. But apparently, what Piper would really like is is to catch up with with Rose and the Meta Crisis Doctor. And like, hold on, 1 minute she's saying she thinks less of him, but now she wants to do a dark comedy spin off of the Meta Crisis Doctor in their life in the parallel universe. Oh, that woman! Seriously, man, make up your mind. Uh, I would like to see a one-off dark comedy about Rose and the Doctor in a parallel universe, she said. But instead of being really sci-fi, it can have an element of sci-fi, but is very much about their romantic relationship. Feck off. And what's happened to them in the time since we left them. Just them cohabiting their normal environment. We definitely like to see that as well, though we can't help but hope Rose herself has a little more affection for the Doctor clone than Piper does. And yeah, Billie Piper has definitely gone full woke there. Look, nobody wants a relationship. Nobody wants the companion doctor relationship, right? This was a thing that was brought in by RTD, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. It takes away from the doctor's character altogether as well. It's another one of those things. And I'm sorry, but like even the way Billie Piper's talking herself, Rose was a very selfish character, in my opinion. And it looks like the way Billie Piper is talking, the way she would have Rose written now is still the same, still arrogant and still full of herself. Like she got a meta crisis doctor. Not many people get to spend, you know what I mean, while the doctor is off doing what, like, get away. Selfish. I tell you, a dark comedy spin off. Is she losing the plot as well? Seriously, losing the bleeding plot. Roll Billy Pike. Get away. Get away. Just stick with your I hate Susie crap, right? Stick with your show that you have, and don't be like coming up with stupid ideas, because that's what it is. A Doctor Who spin off, right? A black comedy spin off. Will you get away? Why are you smoking? Seriously. We've got Raymond O'Reilly here as well. How are you, Raymond? And Craig is here as well. Peter Davison. Classic doctors were gentlemen. I agree. I'm watching Pertwee's Doctor. Like, don't get me wrong. When it came to Joe, when he wanted Joe to stay somewhere, she stayed somewhere. But if he treated her harshly, like he apologized straight away, like he was, you know what I mean. That's you're right. He did have that gentleman element, and there was a love there for the doctor, but it wasn't anything sexual in nature. Like, this is what I hate. Get away. I don't want no dark comedy, right? We've had enough spin-offs, right? Torchwood was mildly successful, right? Then we had Class, which was like, in terms of success, wasn't successful at all. So I mean, look, Sarah Jane Adventures obviously successful as well. We don't need any more spin-offs. We just need them to get the main show right. And obviously, I don't know if anybody. This is I forgot to bring this up actually. So Cosmic Comics have basically kind of confirmed that there will be no Christmas special 2019. Now, this actually goes to show that there was one slated. It just they say I'll get the exact thing up now for you. It's actually quite interesting. People were saying. Some have speculated, obviously. The reason why there's no Christmas special, because obviously there's no showrunner in place. But this is what they said. So Titan Comics. Why do I keep calling them Cosmic Comics? Comics have announced that they will be releasing a two-part Doctor Who comic story over the festive season this year. There's no BBC Christmas special this year, so we're bringing the fans what they want in comic form. Can the Doctor save Christmas? Is Santa a myth, a man, or a Time Lord? Are chimneys bigger on the inside? Two-part festive fun from Jodie Hoser, Stranger Things, Spider-Man, Renew Your Vows as well. Listen, we spoke about, I've actually got a video up about this. You've probably seen it. It's the 13th Doctor and our expanding universe and the Corsair, right? This this is interesting because obviously we reported on this channel that there was going to be a Christmas special in 2019. Then the source came back to me, as you know, and said that could be getting pushed to Easter because of all the crap that's happened, right? Now, the fact that they've actually came out and said, well, there'll be no Christmas special on BBC this year actually proves to me, and I'm sorry, but to me, maybe I am reading too much into it, but for me, that means there was one there, but it's not happening now. Again, people are asking the question, and I'm going to ask the question, where is Jodie Whittaker? Where is Chris Chibnall? Why hasn't there still been no word? Like, do you know what I mean? Nothing. Right? And this is Titan Comics coming out. So they've basically confirmed something. But where's the BBC in all this? Because obviously the BBC would have gave them to go ahead to actually put that article out. So where's the BBC? Are they really going to wait till September to announce something when everybody knows something has happened? It just seems, I've said this from day one, I'm going to keep saying it, this whole situation is weird. Is weird. And there's definitely some issues behind the scenes. There has to be. There has to be. There's not enough things making sense right now. I don't know. Anyway, if anybody is interested, obviously, Titan Comics have the license to do Jodie Whittaker's Doctor's Expanding Universe. So I'm assuming that the Doctor that's going to be starting in this two-part Christmas series is going to be obviously Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. Some people have made the point to me, well, in a way, it's probably a blessing in disguise because we've never had a Christmas special from Jodie Whittaker. So maybe when the Doctor goes back to a male, we'll probably have our traditional Christmas specials again. And that is actually a very good point. In a way, I'm kind of glad. You know, we're moaning about not having a Christmas special, but at the end of the day, it probably is a blessing in disguise because, you know, she'd ruin Christmas. Well, Chris Chibnall would ruin Christmas. Do you know what I mean? So maybe it is a blessing in disguise. But, you know, as I said the last time, Christmas and Doctor Who have kind of become a thing now. And Matthew Pounder, surprised Titan isn't doing the Ramadan festive special. I wouldn't be surprised, mate. The way they're going right now. Jordan says, hold on, hold on, I have it. Jordan says, mate, I need a mate. You're not mating with me, sunshine. I love Donna. Craig says, Bull, yes, I have. So once I finish Classic, who will listen to Big Finish? Rocker Runner says, who wants to see Whittaker gurning at you on Christmas Day? Exactly, and preaching to us as well. Probably telling us that Santi and Jesus are bad or something. Care for a Jelly Baby says, no, not a fan of Jodie. Why didn't they bring back Romana and give her her own show? That is a good point. A lot of people have said that over the last 2 years, and I agree with you. That could have been the way for the BBC to go. That kind of spin-off would have been embraced by the fans, but they missed their opportunity and they went down the wrong route, and this is the result. And it's become a laughing stock right now. Doctor Who, everybody knows something happened. Do you know what I mean? Even the big YouTubers out there know something happened. Even some Jodie Whittaker fans now are kind of silent. They're not as vicious as they used to be because they know there's something up as well. Um, Unknown 289 says, "What about the regeneration story that is going to be on Christmas?" No Christmas special this year. Christmas special 2020 could still go ahead. That nobody is talking about Christmas 2020. They're talking about Christmas 2019. They were talking about kicking off. Even the Radio Times and other newspapers picked on it, but we spoke about a month beforehand that there was going to be some special Christmas 2019. They were trying to convince Chris Chibnall to do a Christmas special, and even the papers picked on it a couple of months later. And now all this stuff in Cardiff happened, and look, everything's being pushed back. We even talked about reshoots and filming other scenes and all because some were incomplete. There's evidence of that happening. You've seen the photographs. You've seen the Cybermen. I mean, look, we'll just at the end of the day, we'll just have to wait now and see what happens now with all the information that I've received and see which way all the cards lie. So far, as we've said, the Jadoo, the Cybermen, and the BritBox information. And we've got so Hi, there's a 004 said, "I watched the Metacrisis Doctor if he became a fat, bald schlub." Donna had the best lines. Ha ha ha, says Cheryl. I agree. Time Lore says, "Donna is awesome." Stephen Griffith says, uh, "You're spot on there, Cheryl. It shows too for me anyway, because I don't like Catching Tate at all, nor her comedy, but she pulled off Donna so much that it surprised me." I agree. And the fact that there was no love interest in there, no love, uh, no, none of this crap, it actually worked. Craig says, "I hope Jodie regenerates at the end of Series 12, not having to wait again for another big finish." Steve Griffith, that's the talking. I won't read out personal comments when you are talking with each other. Jordan says, "Catching Tate was brilliant." Marty says, "Would Chibnall still be doing press for Series 12 now that he is gone?" That's another thing I've asked, and they don't know. The source doesn't know about that. Um, I don't know. I mean, if he doesn't, if he doesn't show up at something at some stage, well, then you can basically take it that something has gone on. Um, it would be very unusual that the showrunner of the show doesn't go out and do some sort of promotion. Um, so we'll see. As I said, we'll just have to wait and see now. All the information that I've been given is basically, yeah, all that big dump of information that we gave, along with all the other sources, was kind of nearly all the information that we could give. So we just have to wait now and see if anything else comes along. But right now, as I said, as I said before, there's a rumored announcement in September, and we're not far away from September, so we will just have to wait and see what happens. Yvette says, "Love Donna." I agree. Craig says, "I can't wait to see 13 Regeneration reaction because it will be the first time seeing no one crying." Hold on. Where is that? Yeah, hold on. Comment. No one crying at her regeneration. I agree. I don't think there'll be much. Uh, I don't think there is actually going to be any reaction to her regenerating. To be honest, I think there'll be more relief than anything else. Right here again, please get rid. Um, Unknown289 says, I don't think there is going to be a special episode in Easter that people keep saying there is. I think it's just going to be the first episode of Series 12. Well, you see, this is what could happen now. Yeah, I agree with you as well. And even the source, when the source mentioned the Easter, take that one with a pinch of salt, because a grain of salt. I keep saying that one wrong. Um, because I agree, it's a holiday, and BBC seem to be kind of steered away from holidays now all of a sudden, especially uh, Catholic holidays. It's weird. We'll just have to wait. Again, we'll just have to wait and see. Matthew Pounder says they should do the Druid festive special, Jodie being burned in a wicker man effigy. uh, so is Chibnall and Jody leaving official, or are they just saying it is, even though we all know they are leaving? It hasn't been made official. The only quote unquote official source that everybody seems to be quoting is the Radio Times. But the thing about it is, and other internet media have picked up on it. But the thing about it is, they're all quoting the Radio Times article. And if you read the Radio Times article, they actually say insider sources. They don't actually quote the BBC directly. Okay, Radio Times used to be a big mouthpiece for BBC, but that's all changed in recent years, and that is not the case. Also, I put up a video of BBC Digital Radio. Now, this is BBC Digital Radio, and again, the woman that's talking in it basically says that there's a Radio Times article on the way, but then quotes that it's like as if she had the Radio Times article there ready to go and quoted the Radio Times article, right? Then you had, and for anybody that's new and just kind of doing a brief rundown, then you had in recent weeks, right? So then you had Tolson Cole put that 18-second video up. Now, a lot of people have speculated what the video means, right? Obviously, the pro Jody side are basically saying, and some of them are saying that, well, the reason why he said that is to let everybody know that there's actually nothing going on, right? Which I find hard to believe. Because the thing about it is, if you wanted to dispel the fact that Jody was there, all he had to do was turn the camera phone around, right? Scan the area, show us Jody Whittaker, and put an end to all this nonsense. But instead, he's asked one specific question: has Jody read her line or done her lines, right? And he goes, I don't know. And then you can hear a third party voice say something right at the end. You have to put up. It's very hard to hear what they say, right? Then you have Manip Gill's Instagram screenshots, right? So on one screenshot, it has a line under time traveler, right? But in another screenshot that we've seen, it has a line going through time traveler, right? Then on top of that, then we have Bradley Walsh's agent, who has Bradley Walsh's CV. Obviously, it's on the internet for everybody to see, because that's what actors do. They have their CV for everybody to see. And on that, very interestingly enough, it shows him slated to play Graham in season 11 and 12 and no further than that. Okay, and it has him working on other projects as well over the next few months. So you combine that all together with the leaks that happened, right? And so for some people, you were live here when I leaked the information that I was given. So at the same time, there was multiple sources leaking information, and we all leaked their information. Someone jumped the gun before us all, as we've said from day one. This information wasn't supposed to come out all at once, right? But someone out there decided that they'd do it because they wanted to try get a reaction out of the BBC. That's what I'm reckoning that they were trying to do. It failed. Then all the other sources said, right, use put our information out there. And then these were all live here when I read out the information all live, right? Everybody knows something happened because they haven't been seen since. Yes, there's photographs with Jodie Whittaker and David Tennant that we're seeing recently. Now, people on this channel and people that follow me have actually went and had a look, right, to try and find, because apparently they were filming near Abbey Road. But on the day that they were supposed to be there, the only thing that they were filming there on Abbey Road was the Beatles album cover for the 50th anniversary, which was weird because someone had made the point that the 50th anniversary had only gone. And it was weird that they were only doing the album cover now. But that was the only thing that was happening there. Then recently, then you see on Twitter, shared by Doctor Who Production News and other people, is photographs with Jodie Whittaker with a fan with the caption of Jodie was filming at a cafe, blah, blah, blah. The only thing is, if you look at right at the back of the photo, you can see closed Wednesday for filming. Wednesdays for filming. So that those photographs could have been took at any stage. So again, no definitive proof that Jodie Whittaker is around anywhere near Doctor Who or Chris Chibnall. And the funny thing is, even if we don't see Chris Chibnall, why haven't we seen Jodie Whittaker? And vice versa. There's something definitely going on. And if anybody still believes that there's not anything going on, and also, I'm not going to mention the YouTuber because I'm not going to give the guy any credence on this channel, right? But it was a guy that's videos that I actually watched, because even though he goes and slates YouTubers like me, I just like to watch him for his madness, right? Because he comes across as a kooky bloke, right? This fella is living on cloud nine, right? He thinks everything is okay, and he slates anybody and has a go at anybody that basically is saying that something happened, right? Now, I was watching his latest video, and obviously I was looking at the comments because I made a comment on the video, but I didn't realize that when I was scrolling down the comments, someone mentioned Tardis in the actual comments. So I wanted to have a look to see if anything was being saying about Tardis, right? So this person was basically saying, all right, I got a recommended video from Tardis, and he's quoting the Tardis zone and saying such and such and this and that and the other. And then this YouTuber says, well, if it comes from that channel, don't believe it, right? What annoys me is that this guy, right, he's a big YouTuber and he's just going around slating everybody because he believes everything is fine and dandy. That's fine, fair enough. You believe that, that's fine, but don't be going around. And I don't know whose channel you were trying to discredit, whether it was mine or Tardis's channel. But I'm going to tell you right now that Tardis is one of the most honest people that I know, right? And so am I. And if I've been telling people that I've been receiving information from a source, you can be guaranteed that I'm 100% honest and saying that I'm getting information from a source. How dare you go around and discredit either myself or Tardis, right? When you're going around yourself actually talking about rumor too. All right. The difference between me and you is I'm actually getting information from someone reliable, because 3 times this channel has struck gold. Right? You haven't struck gold on anything. So don't be going around discrediting me and Tardis, because do you know what? We're sick and tired of your attitude, and there's other people out there sick and tired of your attitude as well. So you wanna bleed and check yourself, mate, because do you know what? You haven't got a clue what's going on, right? You're all the way over to America and you think you think you know everything. You know nothing, mate. You know nothing. So don't be going around and actually discrediting me and Tardis. And you know who you are, because I know you're watching, because every bit of information that you put out on your channel is because you've been watching my channel, right? Because it always seems to be when I do a video, right, or do a live stream, a couple of hours later, you're doing a video on the identical topic that I've been talking about, or stuff I've been talking about on my videos. All right, I don't mind that, but the fact that then you go and discredit, don't be going around discrediting people, man, when you don't know nothing. I'm sick of, do you know what? I'm actually sick of people right now. And do you know what? Tardis is one of the nicest bleeding people out there, right? He's done a lot for this channel, right? And I'm telling you now, right? Whoever he has discredited, right? You want to bleed and check yourself, mate, right? Because you know nothing. You know nothing. Just because you interviewed classic stars back in the day and you had a big channel or your channel is big doesn't give you the right to go and slate a channel, a small channel like mine, right? At the end of the day, you know nothing, mate, right? You know absolutely nothing. So don't be going around saying that like people like me or Tardis don't believe that channel. People will believe what they want to believe. But I can tell you one thing now, everything that I've said on this channel, I've been honest about. All right, 100% honest. I'm just sick and tired of people just going after different YouTubers. Do you know what? And these are big YouTubers, and they're going after small YouTubers because you think we're an easy target, right? Well, we don't back down, right? And I can tell you one thing: Tyrese can hold his own as well. But Tyrese and myself, we watch each other's backs. All us small YouTubers and even the big YouTubers watch our backs as well. So don't even go there, right? You want to discredit someone, discredit yourself because you come out with some crap. Yeah, I didn't want. I don't want to mention his name, but you have mentioned his name in the comments. But I'm not even going to give him the time of day on this channel, right? Bleeding ridiculous, ridiculous. And do you know what the thing about it is, right? I can admit that my channel obviously deals in rumor and speculation as well. Obviously it does, right? But the thing about it is, I'm not going slating his channel and saying that he's dealing in rumor and speculation and that he's talking crap, right? I'm not discrediting anybody here, but I will say you are talking crap. You are. You haven't got a clue what is going on. All right. And I've never lied to any of my subscribers. Not once have I lied about anything I have received because I tell you something, I'm not that type of person. I couldn't live with myself. Do you know, I even said it to the wife the other day. A lot of people are counting on me, counting that this information is true. And do you know what I said to her? And I keep saying it to her. And you can ask her in the comments, right? I keep saying it. I feel like if the source doesn't get enough right, I'm gonna let people down. Right? That's how I feel about it. Right? I knew the risk I was taking when I received the very first piece of information off that source. I knew I was laying myself open to be attacked and stuff, right? But never ever question my integrity or my honesty. Never. And Tyrese as well. Yeah. Or any other YouTuber actually, to be honest with you, that deals with this. Because one thing, they're 100% honest in their convictions and what they believe in. All right. Just like you do. And you have that right. But don't be going around seriously. Seriously. I wasn't going to say anything, but it's annoying. It's annoying. Stephen Griffiths, thanks, because I know a lot of you have wrote in comments. I see the last Time Lord is here as well. Extra Spice Mikey is here. I'll just give a few shout outs to a few people that have actually just turned up in the last couple of minutes there. And I'm sorry if I've missed your comments. You know this channel. When I get passionate, I'm very passionate. Like I don't like anybody bad mouthing anybody that I know, but especially I don't want anybody going around and saying that I'm being dishonest because I've never been. Never. Terry, so I'm gonna kill you, man. You told everybody. Yeah. Oh, look, look, I knew you couldn't help it, and I don't blame you, mate. I don't blame you. But look, I think he was I think he was having a go really at the both of us there. Um, but look, even if he was just having a go at you, I told you, I have your back. How dare he, like, do you know what I mean? Don Smith says, here for the moment. I hope everybody is having a good night. We are, Don, and I hope you're having a good night too. Nice to have you on board for as long as you're here. Um, oh, hold on. I have to deal with something here. Uh, Hold on, Don said something there because Don, I know Don is leaving in a few minutes, so I'm just gonna read out his comment for a minute. Where is it? Don, there it is. Don, the big guy only goes after if the little after if the little guy if they have something to fear. Well, look at I agree with you, but look, no other YouTuber has to feel threatened by any other YouTuber out there, right? There's plenty of of channels out there, Doctor Who channels, right? And they all deal in different stuff. And then there's a few channels then that deal in the same thing, right? The big thing is that social media is huge, right? YouTube is huge. There's different platforms, all right? So at the end of the day, right, there's plenty of room for us all. Look, I don't agree with I nearly said it. I don't agree with that YouTuber, right? And most things that that YouTuber says, right? But I'm not going and attacking the guy. I've even reached out to the guy a few times. I've even tried to share information with him. Like, that's how good I've been. When I've released the information myself, I've even went to all the YouTubers, and any other big YouTuber out there will tell you, I've went to them all, right, with the information that I've been given and given the go ahead to give to these people, right? I've even reached out to him, right, and he laughed, right? So, look, at the end of the day, I tried to be nice, um, and it hasn't I haven't got me anywhere. So look at I mean, there's another YouTuber that I listen to, Matrix Lord 212. I don't agree with everything that he says either. Do you know what I mean? He likes Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall, I think. By the way he talks, I think that he's a fan of them. And that's fine, fair enough. But he has great content, but he's not going out there. He's not I've even reached out to him and he's reached out to me, but even though you mightn't agree with what I'm saying, and I mightn't agree with what he's saying with information that we're swapping with each other, like he's not going slating me and I'm not slating him. I actually have huge respect for that guy. He throws out a lot of videos. You know what I mean? He's really invested in this. And I like YouTubers like that. And it doesn't matter whether I agree with them all the time or not. If you know what I mean, if I like that content, because there'll be some things he'll talk about that I actually like that he's talking about. He comes up with some great theories and all. Do you know what I mean? So I like YouTubers like that, and I'll always like YouTubers like that. But he's not going around slagging other people off. Hold on, I have to take this. I need to go away for 1 second. My phone's just ringing there. Hello. Hello. What's up, man? Sorry, I'm online. Hold on. Oh shit! What do you have? About 6 left, man. How many do you need? Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll give you 5, right? Uh, no, I have a, what you call it, couple of small ones there, so you're grand. No, here, I'll just give you them now. Do you want me to come down right now? Right, grand. Alright, I'll be down now. Hold on, I'll just, right. I'll just have them let Sharon's Right, sorry folks, it's just a little emergency is at the coming up. It's not Cheryl or Anton, it's just I have to go down and deal with something real quick. Okay, so, oh, Ted. He's had to stand on his ball. So Cheryl is going to talk. She's obviously she doesn't want to come on screen, so she's going to take the earphones here and she's just going to talk a little bit Doctor Who with us or whatever.
Do I need the earphones?
Yeah, you'll need the earphones, yeah. Here. So Cheryl's gonna take over. So here. Right, sit there. Oh, it doesn't matter, just
right here. Okay, this is awkward. So try to understand my American accent. I think you guys can manage that. Actually, I think the comments are usually pretty entertaining. So hold on. I don't want to be on camera because I look like that. Ted, shush. Anyone still there? Because now I've got dead air and he's going to flip out. I can't think. So Jodie Whittaker, yeah. My parents will watch literally any Doctor Who episode ever in the history of the Earth and be entertained with it. And they keep wanting to know when Jodie Whittaker's leaving because they're like, every episode's just full of sadness. So, those are old people in the Midwest of the United States. Anyone? Are there comments there?
right, I'm back.
That was really fast.
Yeah.
I'm completely ruining your live stream.
How are you?
I'm just making stuff up. I can't see any comments though.
All right. Thank you.
You're sorry.
Right, folks. Sorry about that. I'm out of breath because I had to kick the shit out of someone. It's a tug life, you know. Jesus. So I leave her for 5 minutes, like, and everything's wrecked. What? 5 minutes. Right. Yeah, actually, just getting back to the whole thing. Did I call you a liar, Peter Davison? No, I wasn't talking about you, Peter. I hope nobody thinks I'm actually talking about them in the live comments here, because I'm not. Some people have mentioned the person's name in the stream, in the live comments. I'm just not going to mention the person's name, but yeah, that's not what I do, and that's certainly not what Tardis does. I mean, when this channel was growing, Tardis was very good to have me on a couple of times on his channel. He's also linked my channel to his videos. I have to learn to do all that, by the way. So if anybody could text me later on as well, because I'd like to be able to do that and promote, because I do promote channels, as you know. I'm always, anytime I'm up, I have a new channel, or if anybody wants their channel promoted, I have no problem promoting the channel on this channel. And I'm still out of breath. Jesus Christ. Right, so I'll get into some of your comments. I see Milan Reviews is here as well. And there you go. As soon as Cheryl takes over for 5 minutes, the comments. Well, here, listen. Cheryl has agreed. We're going to do a stream together, but it'll obviously be because to protect Cheryl's some people have seen what she's like, but we just don't want to. We don't want to give the trolls any opportunity to do anything, take screenshots or anything like that. So Cheryl has agreed to join me for a live stream at some stage. So I'll be up to Cheryl when she wants to come on. If it's this Wednesday or maybe Friday or next week, it's up to herself. And we'll do that. I'll bring Cheryl on, because I know people probably want to hear the two of us talk. Obviously she'll say I'll probably do all the talking. Jack is here as well, and he says, "Go on, Noel. Is Ted okay, Noel?" Yeah, we have a little spiky ball there. It's a plastic ball that he got off Cheryl's mum from America. It's got lights on it, and he just stepped on it. He's Teddy is one of these dogs. He's a klutz, right? But he bumps into things and stuff like that, and it's not anything. He's just a klutz. It's funny. You're peeking behind the sofa. um, who did you kick the shit out of? Oh, there was a lot of pro Jody fans down at me door trying to kick the door in. They didn't want to hear. They didn't want to hear what I was saying about that precious Whittaker. Uh, don't worry, Cheryl. We're listening to you. Tell you though, when me and Cheryl, right, when Cheryl and I first met, we used to talk about Doctor Who all the time. Um, Unfortunately, we don't talk about Doctor Who as much as we used to because I can't go. And she'll say this, and I'll admit this. I can't go and have a Doctor Who conversation with Cheryl without bringing Jodie Whittaker or Chris Chibnall into it now, even if it's about old eras. I just can't. So we try not to talk too much about Doctor Who because, um, well, I do most of the talking anyway. Like I'm always talking about this channel and stuff that's happened, and God love her. She puts up with a lot. We are all here. Noel is 496 away from 500. I think you meant 4 away from 500. Um, I have 3 old accounts I can subscribe to you on. I love a Milan reviews, but thank you. Thank you. And Bad Wolf 66 is here. Nice to see you. We haven't heard from you in a while. I know I've been kind of talking to you on Twitter and stuff, and you've been putting your videos up, but I hope you're doing okay, mate. Haven't heard from you in a while. The Tardis Zone Live has the best audience. Thanks for bearing with me, Cheryl. Yeah, they do. Nice little community here as well. The last time, Lord, is Ted the dog like Ted the bear from those movies? Yeah, yeah. We love Ted. Geek Name Joel says, subscribe if you haven't already. 4 more to go to hear Noel sing. Oh, Jesus Christ, you're not going to let me live that down. The new Judy Finnegan and Richard Madley. Now don't go that far, Matthew. Now they're old. Me and Cheryl still have a bit of life in us, like you know. Let me see. James Bond is on ITV4 if you have no time to stream. Which movie? Which one is it? ITV always have a James Bond's season. Same with RT1 over here in Ireland. We do have a James Bond season. I like our Bond. Not any. It's going to be ruined now, isn't it? That Dalek poster is amazing, says Time Law. Yes. Thanks to Cheryl. Cheryl bought me that. Yeah. It's nice, isn't it? I like it. I like it. There wasn't many. There wasn't much. Now I have to. Cheryl can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there was any. If I'm correct, where we got that poster, if I remember, I think it was up in that Den of Geek place, wasn't it, or something like that in those GameStop shops. If I've even got the name right, we're up there. I don't think. Where did we get it? She's gonna come out now, I bet you. Here we go. What did I tell you? Where did we get it?
I brought it with you, or brought it to you when I came from America.
Oh yeah. No, but where did we?
I got it.
But where did? Oh, it was when we got the picture, wasn't it? Where did we get the picture?
No, I brought that.
No, that picture.
Oh, that one was at that St. Stephen's Green.
The Deacon again, the place. Yeah. What I was going to say was, do you remember? Because correct me if I'm wrong. Was there any Series 11 merchandise? No. That's yeah. There was no Series 11 merchandise whatsoever, and there was hardly any Doctor Who merchandise now in this shop, I have to say. But yeah, it was a bit weird not seeing. And it was the same. It's the same with Forbidden Planet here in Dublin. There's not much stuff Doctor Who stuff either. Do you know what I'll actually do? I'll take a visit into Forbidden Planet and actually ask them if I can do a little video of the Doctor Who stuff, or just take a few sneaky photographs and just show you the amount of Series 11 merchandise that they actually have, if any. Marty says, what do you think this September announcement is about? I haven't got a clue, Marty, to be honest with you. I'm probably thinking it'd probably be something to do with the Cybermen or something. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. Everything has gone quiet at the moment. Milan Review says Chibnall and Whittaker have poisoned Doctor Who. I Jordan says you did a good job. You did good, Cheryl. Interested to hear your parents want Jodie to live. Raymond O'Reilly says, why give him the credit? No, by talking about it. I say that's in reference to who we were talking about earlier. Yeah, I haven't mentioned the person's name out on the live stream. Obviously, in the live comments, the person's name, but I just wanted to say something because it was annoying me. And again, Tyrese gets picked on a lot. You know what I mean? Even though, like, I don't know whose channel he was talking about, but if he was picking on Tyrese, you don't pick on Tyrese. Like, leave him alone. Do you know what I mean? He's got a YouTube channel. He's doing what you're doing. He has every right to do what he's doing, and nobody should be attacking him. Or if he was attacking me or having a go at it, you don't attack me either. I don't put up with that crap. But you're right, I shouldn't really say anything, but it just annoyed me. Does it have the best audience? I mean, I'm here, so yeah. Flicks here, Stephen Griffith. We are the nicest people on the internet, says Craig. I agree. Extra Spice Mikey says, have you not got a drink? No, of course I have a drink. This channel wouldn't be the same without me blood. I managed to join a popular YouTuber playing Robot Champions online, which was fun. It's on his stream. Anyone who has heard of Nerd Cubed? Congrats, lad. I haven't heard of him. But well done, because they have big audiences, those lads. The last time Lord says, this must be the best live chat I've been for a 400 sub YouTuber. Thanks very much. I really appreciate that. I'm just honest. And sometimes I'm a bit too brutally honest, but that's what you'll get here on this channel. It's GoldenEye. Pierce Brosnan's first one, GoldenEye, was actually I'll probably get into trouble for saying this, but to me, I thought that was his best one. The rest he got a bit cheesy then, a bit Roger Moore then, didn't he? Dane says, what do you think of The Last of the Time Lords? And it great John Sims keeps holding his regeneration. It's good. The Last of the Time Lords, yeah. Yeah. Not really. Yeah. We won't go there with that. Unknown 289. I found out that I've gotten misinformation. The Macro Terror actually does include the telesnaps, recreated episodes of episodes, and surviving episodes, though the menu looks pretty weak. Yeah, people are giving out about that Macro Terror release. Ian Levine was given out about it as well. I think he said something about why would you leave out one of the most important scenes. Doctor Who experience down in Blackpool. No. Super John says Glasgow Forbidden Planet used to have loads of Doctor Who stuff, but not anymore. Yeah, there doesn't seem to be. See, what's happened is as well, though, right? People will say, it's all well and good, Series 11 merchandise is not selling. But the problem is that merchandise across the board is suffering. Right, same in the Star Wars fandom, you could see that. It's happening everywhere, right? Nobody seems to want to buy anything associated with the show as long as these people, and I'm being honest, Series 12 can't come and go quick enough. So hopefully then we'll start seeing more merchandise in the shops and stuff. Because I have to say, BBC have to be losing money. They have to be losing huge amounts of money now at this stage. Lindsay says, hi, sorry I am late. You are okay and welcome. Geek Named Joel says, in the process of planning my Minecraft Doctor Who series, I posted a pilot episode on my channel if anybody is interested. Yeah, Geek Named Joel, actually, sly little dog, never told me, or maybe I didn't see it, but never told me he had a YouTube channel. So, guys, you know what to do. You know, if one of our people, obviously in our live chat, has a channel, go and give the guy a sub. Check out the channel. Support the fellow Whovian. Stephen Griffith says, I have some other email addresses that I used for gaming. I'm thinking of subbing them to your channel now, just so you have to sing to us earlier. Ha 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 ha. Well, that's not happening because I'll tell you why. The wife will tell you this, and you will probably all start laughing. I've already started to practice with my vocal cords because, I haven't sang in years, and I have to say, I haven't been very impressed with what I've heard so far. The vocal cords have been used for singing in years. So, yeah, there's a couple of safe songs I could do, but, I don't do safe. Jordan says, I can agree with that. The moment that Tim Shaw came on the screen in the finale, I got so bored that I was more interested in my phone. Yeah, teeth monster. Did you know what? The doctor should have just threw tubes of toothpaste at him and threw loads of mouthwash. That would have defeated him. Game over, done. The Last Time Lord says, have you guys seen those first and second Doctor Lost series by Josh on YouTube? And Unknown289 says, the scenes are included just in Telesnap recreations. Rocker Runner says, Rocker Runner, where's Rocker Runner's comment there? Here we go. Rocker Runner says, who? Star Wars, Star Trek, all dying. Wonder what they have in common. Yes, we all know what they have in common. Oh, by the way, just talking about Star Wars. So I've watched the second trailer. Disney have no shame. Holy shit, do they not have no shame, right? So the first half of the trailer is basically a homage, a nostalgia trip down memory lane of the good, the shit, and the really shit, right? And then they give us a few minutes, a few clips of here, there, and everywhere. And Ray now is doing some mad shit with our lightsaber and all this. And then right at the end, because they're a bunch of pricks, Disney, they do the breeding, Darth Vader's breeding, right at the end of the bleeding. Get away, you bunch of twats. Nobody wants your Rise of Skywalker, right? Go and shove it up your ass. Seriously. Nobody wants Rise of Skywalker. Right. Bring back all the old characters, and what do you do? What do? You bleed and destroy them. Seriously, man. I'm not a huge Star Wars fan. My wife is the Star Wars fan in this house, right? I was always a Trekkie, right? But I can understand where Star Wars fans are coming from. The most iconic characters from the classic trilogy have been shit on and destroyed. And one of the biggest ones in Luke Skywalker, poor Mark Hamill. Jesus Christ, how he was roped into these movies and what you know what? It's a disgrace. It's a disgrace. They do not care. Nobody cares. They do not care about original characters. They do not have respect for them. They just bring them back, kill them off, and show them the least amount of respect. right? And then they started off with all this generation crap at the start of the track. Get away, Disney! You're a shameful bunch of twats. Shameful. And I'm telling you now, seriously, if anybody goes to see that movie, even though they talk about they're going to boycott Disney, can go and kiss my yoke as well, right? Because do you know what? At the end of the day, these people, Disney, are not going to change unless something happens. And Doomcock and Gary talked about it last night, right? If you're going to do it, and I even said it, you can't pick and choose which movies you're going to boycott, right? A boycott means a boycott. And if you're not going to do a boycott and you're going to say, well, I'll boycott this movie, but I really want to see this movie, well, then don't do a boycott, right? Because you're not being true. A boycott means a boycott. Both of them said it. 1 year, right? A year. And that's what I said. A year, right? A year buying no Disney merchandise. Trust me. Trust me. That's all they'd need. Not even a year. It wouldn't even take a year. 6 months. 6 months and Disney be crying. 6 months Disney be crying. Star Wars, Rise of Skywalker. They got even the names that they've come up with these movies are ridiculous. The Force Awakens. What was the next one? Oh yeah, The Last Jedi. And you know what? I'll say one thing, right? The trailers fucking dupe you, right? Because every single trailer that I've seen, and I'm not gonna lie, even this latest trailer I was looking at it and saying, do you know what? This might be actually good, right? Even though they did showed fuck all in the trailer, it's just the way they put the trailers together. They make you think, yeah, that might actually be good. And you know it's going to be a pile of shite, but people are going to buy into this trailer and all the other trailers, and they're going to go, even though they said they're going to boycott. And those people have no time for, right? As Gary and Doomcock said, there's ways of seeing that movie after without giving any money, if you know what I mean, right? You don't need to be going paying all that ridiculous money anyway to go to the cinema to go and see a movie, and then paying all that money for your sweet, your popcorn and your candy and your drinks. You don't need to. You spend about 40, 50 quid on food alone. Chuckzilla is here as well. Hello, Chuckzilla. And Super John, the BBC need to get good ideas from decent writer and showrunner. New Daleks, more merchandise, relaunched the show. 2005 was a great year. I don't think it'll happen like that again. I agree. 498 subs. Jesus. Oh my God, it's going to happen, isn't it? There's no character development in Disney Star Wars. There's no real That's what I mean. That's what I mean. I mean, look, as I said, I'm not the biggest Star Wars fan in the world, right? But can anybody tell me what the fuck Rey is all about? And now they tease right at the end, right? And I said this to my wife, but obviously Cheryl doesn't agree. But she's wearing a black fucking cloak right at the end. She has a red fucking saber in her hand. So she's gonna turn to the dark. Do you know what this is? Do you know what? It's like what Disney have done. They've mirror imaged the past trilogy and they've done a piss poor job of trying to recreate without actually doing an original fucking not with the original trilogy. What they've decided to do very smartly, well, they're not smart, is they've used the old trilogy somehow to come up with a new fucking story, take elements from the old trilogy, and they failed. They've given this generation a cheap remake of a good franchise. I'm not going to say great franchise because I'm not a huge Star Wars fan, right? It's a good franchise to me, right? I mean, I prefer the more sciencey Star Trek. You know, that's me. But like I understand where Star Wars fans are coming from. You know, because Star Trek hasn't fucking survived either. Yeah, that's had the JJ treatment. The only decent movie in Star Wars franchise for me, and I'll say it, and there was no even reason for the movie in the first place, was Rogue One. It felt, to me, that felt like a Star Wars movie. Out of the whole lot of them that they've done now, that's the only one I feel that feels like part that has that old feel like the trilogy. That's just me. And the prequels, I don't like the prequels anyway, personally. They've got their good moments, but Jesus Christ, did we ever think they'd get worse? And they have. I don't give a shit if her name is Ray and not Ro. Who gives a crap? Who gives a crap? Don't care. She's a pointless character. She's only put in there because she's a woman, right? That's it. All this politics crap has to stop, right? Look, if you're gonna do women in movies, do them in movies, but not at the expense of their male counterparts, right? You don't need all this rhetoric, "Oh, look at us, we're all great, we're better than men." Rogue One is the best after the original trilogy, says the wife, and I agree. I agree, it is. But if you actually watch Rogue One first and then watch A New Hope, it actually fits seamlessly in. So only women can balance the force. Yawn, says Matthew Pounder. Yeah, that's the way it seems to be going, alright. Yeah, without women. The same in Captain Marvel, like, you know. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know how many more years of this bullshit that we have, but it's not going away anytime bleeding soon, is it? Seriously, I'm sick of all this crap. Come here, Ted. Come here. Come on over to me, buddy. Come here. Come on. Come on. No? It's International Dog Day. Come on. Come here. Good boy. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Aw. What are you all sad? Oh, come here. Come here. Oh, ups to daddy. Come on. Oh, ups to daddy. There he is, folks. There he is. He has to make an appearance on International Doggy Day, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, buddy. Let's have a look at some of these comments, will we? Why is no one talking about Carrie Fisher showing up in the trailer? Is she going to be a CGI character again? As far as I'm aware, they had stuff filmed with Carrie Fisher. So whether that's it or not, I don't know. I don't want to see another CGI version of Carrie Fisher. Okay, it was okay for Rogue One, but now that the woman has passed away, I think personally, it's disrespectful, right? Just leave it. Like they've already ruined all the other original characters anyway. Why even like tarnish her in debt? Like seriously, leave it out, Disney. Do you know what I mean? And you know what the funny thing is? Is like she's dead, right? But they'll obviously feature her in one of their movies, right? Whether it's CGI or whatever, all footage. But there's Ollie's father, right? And they won't let the father put Spider-Man on the headstone because what it doesn't want to be associated with death. But yeah, all their movies are associated with death. I mean, if you always look at the cartoons, especially the mothers and most of them are dead. They died a brutal death or something. Do you know what I mean? So they say they don't want to be associated with death, but that's what their movies do, associate with death. It's a weak excuse from a money hungry company. Seriously. Star Wars died for me when Lucas screwed up the Phantom Menace. I agree. After the Phantom Menace, people should have realised that George Lucas had lost his touch anyway, and that people should have told him, "Not listen, George, leave it. You had a trilogy, just leave it. You're gonna feck it up. You're gonna feck it up." Uh, News just breaking. Turns out Chibnall's gone into witness protection. He is now a walking billboard advertising discount mattresses. Ted is freaking out again. What's wrong with you, buddy? Why'd you keep freaking out? Come here. Come here. There he is. Yay! Say hello. Say hello to your odds. Don't be growly. It's International Doggy Day. So, so we were just talking there about Chris Chibnall being a mattress. Tell me, would you lie on him? Do you like Series 11? Do you like Peter Capaldi? Do you like Jodie Whittaker? No. You look very skeptical there. Wow, what you say? Do you see dead people? He sees dead people. Do you see dead people? Oh, I see dead people. Where are they dead? Show me. Where are they? So come here. It looks like me and you, right? We're nearly at 500 subscribers. Yeah? So you know what that means, don't you, little fella? We got to sing a song together. Do-do-do-do. Yep. Now, go on and get your mummy. Go on and get your mummy. Right. So, let me see. Ted is trying to insult us, bad dog. Yeah, he gets lately. He's just been getting very jumpy. I don't know the couple. He's heard a couple of fireworks. Don't ask me why there's fireworks in August when Halloween's not for a while. But there's people letting off fireworks the last couple of days. But a weird, strange times at night, and Ted is getting freaked. So he kind of is jumping. We got to talk music now. Says Chuckzilla. Oh no, says the last time, Lord. All you need is one more sub. Do you know what? Listen, seriously, man. I just can't get over how fast the channel is actually this past week. What were we on? We were on 420 subs last week or something. Oh no, 380 it was. 380 subs. But I will have to say, ever since I start doing the live streams, obviously the channel is doing a lot better. So people seem to like the live streams a lot more. But I will say, do please support the other videos. And where you can, please share them if you can. Look, I do other videos. I put news articles up there as well. I do some fan art videos as well. So if you have any, actually, there's one now for you as well, right? So I do. People that follow me know that I do videos. I like to put up art with a bit of music in the background and all that, right? So if any of you have any fan art, right, that you would like to send my way, obviously I will mention who it is, and I'll do a video of your art. I've already got people's art up on me channel already. So if anybody else wants to send me art, you can go and do that, and I'll put it up on the channel, no problem. I have some songs with Murray Goff, some videos with Murray Gall's music. I actually like Murray Gall's music. I listen to Murray Gall's music in the shower. Jack says, I have subscribed on both of my accounts. Thank you, Jack. I really appreciate that. Seriously, I really appreciate all the effort you guys are doing to get me to 500 subscribers. It means a lot to me. And of course, the only way the channel is going to grow is obviously from the help from you guys anyway. Because the more you keep sharing me videos or sharing me channel, then the more obviously I'll get noticed and stuff, and we can grow this community. And we've already got like more people in the live chat. And for anybody that's new to the channel, what happens is we go live at 10. So between maybe 8, half 8, it was 8 o'clock tonight it was, but it's normally half 8. I put the live chat up. So I put the link up, I'll put the live chat, and people go into the live chat and have conversation with each other. So it's another little part of this channel that we have as well. Everybody talks to each other on the on the live chat. So please join. And then, as I said, everybody has decided that voted in the poll that Wednesday nights will be phone in nights. So if you want to be heard on this channel, instead of writing in the live streams, if you want to actually come on live here, you can link up with me on Messenger, and then I'll be taking calls every Wednesday night on Messenger, and we can talk whatever you want to talk about, whether it's Doctor Who or anything else you have on your minds about any other TV show or film franchise that's coming up. Then that's the plan anyway. So I hope you will get involved, because listen, this channel is only going to be successful if you get involved, and that's what I want. I want to get you involved as much as possible. So if you want to come phone in, because I remember years ago in the fandom there used to be channels like that used to get people to phone in, and we'll be doing it as well. Obviously, when the series starts back. We'll be doing live. We'll be doing phone ins right after the episode has aired. Obviously, I'll have to do another one then. That spoilers, obviously, you won't be able to watch if you haven't seen the episode. But I will do another then phone in. Then there'll be two for the same each week for each episode, basically. And we'll do a live phone in. And that's when then you will give me first hand thoughts on what you basically are feeling about the new episode of Doctor Who. Obviously, it means you will have to watch Series 12, but listen, as we have said before, Series 12 is going to be the last anyway. So look at one more push, and then it's done. Could you sing It's Rain and Men? Jesus Christ. Oh, I don't think so. For anybody that wants to add me on Messenger, it's Noel Glynn. It's a Manchester United crest profile picture. I won't be adding anybody on Facebook, but I will add you on Messenger. Okay, it's just for the call-ins. It's for nothing else. And obviously, if you're new to the channel, the rule that we have here on this channel is I get to know you for a couple of weeks, see how it goes, and obviously if there's, because we have had, look, the first night I had, I did the call-ins. It was actually funny. Now, it wasn't anything really that bad, and I actually did handle it okay. Apparently, people said I handled it all right. But we had 3 trolls on that night, but they did get to stay on for long because I cut off the conversation. But we had other callers that night. We had Yvette. I think we had Not My Doctor Who. We also had Bad Wolf 66, who's here as well. They came on. So if anybody, and look, I know people are shy. Look, for me, being on camera is actually weird. My family will tell this actually weird because I'm actually normally shy, but I've gotten more confident as I've gotten on. Obviously, being in this fan base, you have to kind of, you can't be soft. You have to grow the hard shell. So I mean, what's this? 500. What, did I make it to 500 subs already? Did I make it to 500 subs? Hold on, I'll just check. Someone's sending me congratulations. Oh, I did. I reached 500 subscribers. Nice. Wow. Seriously, thank you. Well, here, look at this, as much as your channel as it is mine. And without yours, I wouldn't have a channel. So thank you very much. I really appreciate that. 500 subscribers. Wow. I remember, for nearly a year, I was stuck on 49 subscribers. Wow. Thanks. I seriously, I appreciate it. Oh damn! It means now I have to bleed and sing a song. The Force Noel, get away! Oh my god. Uh, No Yorkie bar tonight. No, no Yorkie bar tonight, Stuart. And welcome along, my friend. No Yorkie bar. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a Yorkie bar now. Now let's hope the Tardis song gets to 1,000 subs and hopefully goes against the big YouTubers the last time, Lord. Well, yeah, that's it. Now that we've reached, obviously, people are telling me we've reached the 500 mark. So let's set another goal. Let's get this channel to 1,000 subscribers. Um, what we in August now? August, September, October, November, December, for December, January. Right, let's see. Can we get to 1,000 subs before the series starts back? Um, Someone just wrote. Actually, I just refreshed it and it's 499. And then Bull writes, "Nah, it's 500. 500." Uh, Someone said 1,000 by Halloween. Gee, now, even I don't think. Someone probably deliberately just unsubbed so I didn't get the 500. That's look. We'll get the 500. I'm not really bothered to be honest with you. You guys, um, if I get there, I get there. If I don't, I have you guys here anyway. So it's no big deal. Um, But seriously, it's 500. You do have your have me thumbs down, do I? Yeah, me and Cher were talking about that. So every video I put up, and it doesn't matter what the content is, right? I'll put up a video, and there's one person that just has to keep disliking the video. It doesn't matter what it's on. It could be on something positive, and they'll just dislike it because they know I've made the video. Where is this Series 12 live stream? Series 12. I think. When is it? Well, the live stream will happen obviously when Series 12 is announced, but we'll obviously when it gets closer to the time, I'll let you all know. Is the thumbs down bad shit? No, no. I mean, look, it doesn't matter how many people. As I said, I've always said, whether you like or dislike the video, go ahead. Yeah, but no, the point we're just trying to make is there's one person always, doesn't matter what the content is, will always dislike the video because you just hate my guts. Uh, and if it drops, I have 1,000 email accounts to make up the difference. You'll be singing Noel. I'll make sure of it. Oh my god. Thumbs up, Noel. And yes, I'm aware of how that sounds. I'm only copping it now. You dirty little animal. You little, see you. You little, what are you again? A little, what is he? A raccoon. You little raccoon, you. Uh, where is the Series 12 trailer? Yeah, exactly. That's a great question the last time, Lord. Do you know what? That is the question that everybody should be asking right now. Where is the trailer? We had one last year. So where is it? I'll tell you why there's no trailer, because there's a delay in filming, like we have said. They're still doing some reshoots, and it looks like that Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall are nowhere to be found. So, Glenn Edwards says, "Where's the Series 13 trailer?" is what I want to know. Exactly. Let's just get. Do you know what? I just want this series to be over and done with, so we can. Um, the Doctor Gamer says hi and welcome aboard. How are you? Matthew Pounder says, when season 12 starts, will there be live? Will there be a live hate watch? Oh, do you know what, mate? I'm not even looking forward to watching. I don't know. I might actually do one live stream where I'm watching, or what kind of a watch along. Obviously, I won't be able to show you what's on screen, but just be able to see my reaction when I'm watching it, and then obviously then I can rant and rave or whatever. Um, Sing Barbie Girl in a video, says the Tardis song. I Jordan. Well, don't tempt me because actually don't mind that song. And I actually know the words because I used to do karaoke's, and there'd be loads of people singing that song. The Doctor Gamer says, "What do you think of the tick of it?" Absolutely fantastic. Peter Capaldi, what an actor, what a doctor. I still don't get the fact that there's still hate towards that man from this fandom. He's absolutely a great guy. And Ballstreck actually met him, got a photograph taken with him, and actually spoke to him. And he said he's everything that you wish he was. So that says everything you need to know. Um, Peter is up there as one of my, as you all know, like his era is flawed, but the acting ability of that man, it was amazing. Angry Possum says, "Stay away from my trash as it sits on season 11." What else have we got here? Unknown289 says, "Where's that Doctor Who miniseries trailer?" Again, good question. Gary says, "Isn't this week when the new Doctor goes in for his costume fitting?" According to the source and what's being said, that is supposed to be the case. We will have to see. Maybe that could be the announcement September, but that'd be a bit weird. Announce Jodie Whittaker's leaving even before we get a trailer. I just don't see it. I really don't. I just don't see it. Chibnall, 1986 video is the biggest meme of any head writer of Who. He literally described that episode. Yes, episode 5 from series 11. Yeah, I can't even say that name because it's stupid names he comes up with. Yeah, but I agree. I mean, he's a joke. He's a walking meme. Bull says you could sing Doctor in the TARDIS, could be safe if your voice is not up to par. No, all it'll take is a couple of weeks of me just singing a couple of songs random and just getting the voice back. That's all. It's just to warm up the vocal cords. I'll be grand. I'll be grand. I'll be grand. I'm not. Do you know what I mean? I'm not. It's a piece of crap. Piece of crap. Piece of crap. Once I get into me rhythm, I'm good. Reviews of all too. I might do that as well, Peter. Actually, Peter Davison. I might do a watch along. Um, that'd be a great idea. That was suggested before. I think that I might do that actually. Might do one next week actually. Just leave it with me. Might do it not on the days of the live stream. Might be a one if I have a bit of time to squeeze in. I'll see. Chuckzilla says, "Noel, when we get a male doctor again, you have to sing It's Raining Men." These are really killing me. Milan Review says the ratings will only be high for Series 12 because everyone will be hate watching it. I don't know if that's going to be the case though. See, this is the thing. I don't know. A lot of people are saying there'll be people hate watching. Well, they hate watching Series 11, and I don't think they're going to come back for Series 12. Those people that were hate watching. I reckon the first look, I can make a prediction like I did the last time after Series 11, and I was right. I was spot on. 2 weeks before Series 11 aired, I actually said that don't be surprised if the first episode gets the highest ratings of any episode that we've seen in years, and that was the case. I also said don't be surprised when Rosa Parks episode comes that it gets a spike again and then it drops, and that's exactly what happened. I see the same happening with Series 12. It all depends where the Cybermen episodes are going to be within the series. Are they going to be the finale? Are they going to be in the middle of the series? These are the questions that will need to be answered before we can find out, and then I can make a judgment because I was pretty good the last time. Once I know where the Cybermen are, I can tell you how it's going to go for Series 12. The Judoon I don't really care about because the Judoon, nobody gives a crap about them. really. Bringing the Jadoon back is redundant in my opinion, but if they're part of this Cyberman story that's rumored to be going around, we will have to see. Sing and dance the same way the master did to that song from Series 3, says Greg. Rocket Runner says, got the box set of the tick of it, but not watched any of it yet. You should. You're going to love Peter in that. Seriously, you have to watch an episode tonight. They're hiding because they're both know they've messed up badly. There's nothing they can do to fix it, says the doctor, aka Amy. Stuart says, can we have a live stream party when Jodie regenerates? Well, I'll be going to collect that bottle of champagne tomorrow from a very good subscriber who sent us a gift and also sent Cheryl a get well soon gift also. So, yeah, we will have a bottle of champagne here live on the Tardis Zone. So we will toast the demise of Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker. Why? Well, Peter Capaldi go to London Film and Comic Con 2020 and Chris Eccleston too. I reckon so. Peter loves mixing with the fans. Love Peter, perfect classic new Who mix of a doctor. Could have had better writing seasons, but held his own, unlike Jodie has, says I. Jordan. I agree. Milan Reviews says, show her regeneration at the beginning of her trailer. Oh, well, here, if they did that, I'll tell you, if we actually saw Jodie regenerating in the new trailer that they dropped, it'll become the most watched trailer in Doctor Who history. Seriously, it will. Because people will be, oh man, that's not going to happen though. Don't tease us like that. The Dr. Gamer says, what do you think of the whole Spider-Man situation? Well, I'm of the opinion of most of the YouTubers out there. I want Disney to be screwed over. So losing Spider-Man will mess up the MCU big time because apparently Spider-Man was going to be the face of the MCU. Sony is no better, I have to say. And we don't know what their movie is going to be like because they don't have a real good, their first Spider-Man movies always do well. It's always the second one, isn't it, that they kind of mess up on. But I am willing to give Sony a chance. Capaldi should have been cast as the Doctor in the 80s. Nathan Turner would have done a better showrunner job than Moffat. Renee says, I'll watch them all, but only once. That's all I did with Series 11. All of the other series I've watched over and over and over again. I've heard people that have tried to watch it again and they said, like, second time, it's even worse second time round. So, and of course, you've got some that are saying it's better second time round. So you don't know who to believe. The last Time Lord said someone needs to make a meme of Chibnall Series 11 with the song and the video of I Can't Decide from the last of the Time Lord because Chibnall couldn't make his mind on where to take the series, says the last Time Lord. Glenn Edwards says, judging from the audience reaction, at least 50% of the people were hate watching Series 11, says Glenn Edwards. I. Jordan says, he would have been too young though, less experience. Chuckzilla says, Noel, did you see the link I sent you on Facebook? Peter Capaldi at Fan Expo here in Canada. Peter talks about how all the mystery is gone from Doctor Who. That's where Ballstrek was. He had show. I haven't actually seen that actual link, but I will check it out. Thanks for sending me that. I will definitely check it out. But he said I actually put up a video of an interview that he did where he was saying they messed it around as well with time slots and everything. So yeah, he obviously, he hasn't came out fully and said they messed up his series, but he said little things. People are just going to watch Series 12 to see Yaz and Jodie live, says Greg. Peter Davison says, congratulations. Thank you very much for that. Don't think that we know where each episode is in the series because the filming might not be, well, it's not, they film in different blocks anyway. Um, but the thing about it is, once we get a rundown of what the episodes, because they always tell you the name of the episodes, and then people then start speculating what the episode could be about. The Cybermen one, I say that I'd say the name of the episodes would be pretty obvious. So it'll be interesting to see. If you were to rank characters in the thick of it, where would you put them? Well, I'll throw that out to the people in the live comments there. So, if you're able to rank characters in the thick of it, where would you rank them? Says the Dr. Gamer. So, get commenting there. Rocket Runner says, "What? Wonder what Capaldi would have been like with some of the great stories Tennant and Smith had." Exactly. I agree. Paul, can you imagine the gifts of Jodie Whittaker regenerating? It's an epic gift for so many situations. I can't wait for them to come out. Greg says Yaz and Jodie will have a lesbian relationship, and the LGBT will team up with them and get them killed. Um, I don't know. I don't think that. Look, I even speculated about that, and it looked like that's the way the series is going. But if BBC have really done what everybody thinks they have done, that's not going to happen now. And Series 11, Series 12 is going to be a massive meme. I agree. Jordan says Spider-Man 2 was awesome for the memes. Pizza time rent. The last Time Lord, when Jodie Whittaker regeneration video comes out, I'd like a Michael McGrath comment from the memes and make sure it's on top of the comment page. Let me see. Just as you pop the cork, she'll regenerate into Don French and you'll spit the champagne all over the screen. Don't you even do that, mate. Stalled, frozen, buffering, and he's back. Oh, the stream is okay. My end tonight, I have to say, I've had no problems so far. I'm sorry about that if the stream has dropped in and out. I see 35 people are actually watching right now at the moment. If you haven't gave the video a like, please do so. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do. I appreciate all the support. And also press that notification bell. And everybody that is following me and subscribe to me and all that, please make sure that you still are, because YouTube seems to be doing things because they're idiots. This is weird. I cannot comment, but there is no stream. I'm still here, guys. I want Series 12 trailer to Jodie regenerating, then a quick cut to shoot of the burping garbage bin from Rose. Some of you might need to refresh the page. It looks like that for some of you, the stream is acting up. I really hope 13 and Yaz have a romantic relationship when there's nothing there. There actually is nothing there, but all these fans picked up on the chemistry between Jodie Whittaker and Manit Gill, and I'm not going to say any more about that. Night Cheryl and Teddy Sweet Dreams. Why did a 501 subs? Congratulations, husband. Night, everyone from Ted and me. Oh, I have to keep it down now. Cheryl's going to sleep. I love you too, wife, and thank you very much. And like I owe Cheryl the biggest thanks because, like I spend a lot of time getting this channel up and running, and it is time that I should be spending with my wife. But she's brilliant. Couldn't hope for any better. She's really understanding. I really hope 30. I read that one. So yeah, you might need to refresh, guys. I don't know what's going on, but Matthew Pounder says, try refreshing the screen. It worked for me. And I know what you meant. Yeah, sometimes I write something and it comes out wrong. I get what you meant. 501 subs and counting. So 499 to go. Nice. Yeah, so everybody's just saying good night to Cheryl there. So I'll let you all get to say good night to Cheryl there. And yeah, let's see. I'm just getting a few. Hold on, I need to reply back to this. Yeah, I've just had other people actually text me about who we were talking about earlier, but that I didn't want to mention their name. Um, at the end of the day, look, I get passionate, right, in everything that I do, right, and these videos I do, and I've said it, right. I don't mind if nobody believes in anything that I say on this channel, right? That's fine. That is your right as an individual. But what you don't have the right to do is go and basically go around and say someone's lying and being dishonest when they're not. Now, as a YouTuber, especially if you're a big YouTuber, you have a responsibility, right? And you also, you know, you should have a little bit of more respect for smaller YouTubers and you know, not putting them down. You should be, like I've had a lot of help from YouTubers out there. I know my success is down to the fact that I have you guys following me, right? But some of you guys have followed me because you've either heard of my channel from Neurotic's channel or Doomcock's channel or Ballstreck's channel or Tardis' channel, right? I've had a lot of help to get this channel up to the what it is, right? So a guy like that should be actually, doesn't agree, well then you leave me channel alone, right? But again, what kind of makes me laugh is I do a video and a couple of hours later, it's like as if I'm hearing myself. I'm looking at the screen, it's someone different, but I'm hearing everything that I'm saying. And that's what I don't like. Do you know what I mean? Then trying to say that that's their information. So, you know what I mean? Again, you don't, you look, I've had rows with people in this fandom, right? From Crystal D to Benjamin Cook, right? To the Time Ladies, Beth out the Time Ladies. I've had rows with them all, right? All because I don't like Series 11, right? Stupidness from them, right? The thing about it is, I stand my ground, yeah, and I put it up to these people because how dare they speak to the fans like that, the fandom like that? They have no right. They're in a very see. The reason why I had such a problem with those people was right is they're in a very privileged, or they were in a very privileged position within Doctor Who. There's not one fan here that wouldn't bite off the arm of one of those people that work in Doctor Who magazine or work in the production team or the face of Doctor Who, right? Go to all these conventions and all, right? That are part of the larger Doctor Who team, right? They're in a very privileged position, right? And they go and abuse fans because they don't like the series, or they don't like it because they don't like the ideology or the way it's gone preachy, right? Because they follow all that crap, right? Just because you follow, you got to remember, and I've said this, there's always been a fan that hasn't liked a certain series, a certain era, certain doctor, certain story. It's always been the same. But with these people, you're not allowed to talk, right? Now, the latest from one of them is, and I've mentioned names, but I'm not going to mention this person's name. But there's a person out there, and I already brought this up, right? Okay. If you have a problem with your body image, right, then clearly you need to do something about it, right? Now, if you're going to go on and you're going to project your insecurities on the fan base and then attack anybody that basically says to you, would you not, like, this is not for the fandom, should be discussed, because then all of a sudden then you bring it and make it as part of the fandom and saying, and you start bringing up about female companions being not of a certain weight and have always been thin or whatever, or a certain body shape, right? If you have a problem with your own body shape, that's fine, fair enough. But you don't go and project that onto the show and basically get the show to try change the way they've always ran the show, right? There's a certain, right, whether you like it or not, in sci-fi, right, and it's always happened, right? You always have that sexy girl in it, whether it's a companion of the Doctor or whether it's a sexy girl in Star Wars or whatever, right? You've always had that sexy girl, right? But you look at the girls that have made Star Wars, right? The Princess Leia, right? But she was a strong woman, right? Okay, I just don't know what the mentality of these people are. I'm sorry, but if you have issues in your head, then you shouldn't be online. You shouldn't be representing Doctor Who. Go and get yourself sorted out and don't be projecting your anger and your issues online and then playing the victim then when someone called you out on it and then accuse that person of bullying you, right? And then crying and then deleting your tweets then, but then what you don't know is people screenshot your tweets. See, these people are so stupid. It's just unbelievable. They need to be, I've said this anyway, right? It's not only Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker that need to go, right? The time ladies need to go, right? The time team need to go. Everybody needs to go. We need to start from scratch when it comes to behind the scenes because none of these people that I've mentioned actually truly represent the whole fan base. All right, they represent a portion, a fraction of the fan base. All right, that's it. They don't represent all the fan base. They're in a very privileged. I know for a fact I would love the opportunity to work behind the scenes of Doctor Who, even if it wasn't on the main show itself, but it was something to write even articles or to talk about Doctor Who on something. I would love it, right? These people are very privileged, and all they do is they attack fans because they didn't like this era, right? I'm sorry, but it was shit. And if you like shit, that's fine. You go and enjoy shit. But other people are going to complain because they don't like shit. And if you have a problem with that, well, then you shouldn't be online. It's as simple as that. You can't take it. And don't be, and I hate these people. And it's not just women that do it, right? It's not just these radical feminists that do it. It's people with, and I said it, right? People with weak minds and weak mentality always play the victim. Always play the victim. And apparently, then I had one of these people, supporters, come to me. You leave that person alone. You don't know that person. You don't know what. Well, I know a lot about that person because we investigated that person, and that person is not as innocent as everybody believes. We have done investigations on loads of people within the fandom that are behind the scenes, and some of them are nasty pieces of work. Trust me. Behind the scenes of Doctor Who is nasty. It's a war zone. Noel, I hope your wife is feeling better, says Paul. Paul, she was in the live comments there for the last couple of hours now. She's just came off them, but she's doing a little bit better. But thanks for your concern. I appreciate that. But seriously, I mean, even Jodie Whittaker did it, attacked fans, and I just have no time for these people, and I never had. And what pushed me over the edge with one of them one day was when Crystal D actually put out that tweet, and she says, "I'm gonna watch Doctor Who, Classic Who at 1.5 speed." Right, and I called her out on it. I said, "How highly disrespectful are you to the classic era? Like, saying that you'd actually watch something at 1.5 speed. Like, yeah, fair enough. Even if they do that, and I get it, it does happen for research purposes. But you don't tell the fandom that you do that. you don't tell the fandom that you do that, because you're telling the fandom that you're doing that, you're actually showing disrespect towards the show, right? This is what these newer fans don't get. Today's generation of fan don't get. Not all is, right? I'll just say that because I do have younger viewers that watch me, right? Not all of today's generation fans are like that, but you don't know what fandom is, right? We've grown up with this show, Doctor Who. Some of us have, right? From kid all the way up to adulthood, right? It's the show has to be a certain way. If we've seen the show, it has to be a certain way. It has to make sense and it has to mean something, right? It's always meant something to someone. This show means nothing to but nobody gives a crap about it. It's evident that the only people that give a crap about this are not even talking about it themselves. And by the way, I've actually noticed, right? There's a couple of pro Jodie Facebook groups on Facebook. And I know a couple of the not my Doctor Who groups have been checking into them to see what they're like, right? The last posts from them have all been from like last year before the series even aired in most cases. The groups are dead. They're dead. Absolutely dead. Even even YouTubers that mostly concentrate on Jodie Whittaker content have even started to change the way they do their channel now. They're starting to do other stuff as well because nobody wants to hear about Jodie Whittaker anymore or how good she is or whatever. Nobody believes it. Nobody believes it. This series has been the worst thing in the history of the show since the show was in trouble. And you know what? It's just ridiculous. But fandom today, you just haven't got a clue what it means to be a fan. It's great. It's great because when you get told off by one of these, when you weren't a fan, you can leave the fan. Well, you're clearly not a fan because if you don't like something, you're fickle enough to go. Whereas Doctor Who fans, even though we don't like Series 11, we've stuck around. Some haven't, I'll admit that, but we've stuck around, you know? So I mean, like that's true fandom. That most fans are fickle now and they'll just move on to the next thing, the next big thing. Doctor Who fans have always been here and always will be here. And after Jodie Whittaker is gone, the Doctor Who fans, the real fans, will still be here. Paul says, look at the Draconians, Silurians, Ood, the Chandrils, etc. Politics work when it's woven into the story, not this preachy SJW crap. The BBC Diversity and Inclusion Programme is pushing on us. I agree. See, that is the difference. But you know what? As I said, it's like talking to that when you're talking to a pro Jodie fan because they don't get that. According to them, Rosa and Demons of Punjab are the best historical stories that were ever made. And if you actually see how the media write about them, you think they were the best stories that were ever made. Warriors Gate handled slavery and civil rights 100% better than Rosa did. That's how it's done. I have Warriors Gate right there. There it is here, look. I have it right here. Dan says, if Doctor Who ends on Series 12, do you reckon Class will come back? No. I don't think Class is ever going to come back to the screen. I know they've done Class on Big Finish. I don't think you'll ever see Class back on the screen. Rosa and Demons of Punjab sickened me. Rosa and Doctor Who. Rosa for me especially. I don't know. Rosa, I keep saying this. It'd be very interesting to see from an American point of view, especially from an African American point of view, what they actually thought of Doctor Who's Rosa. Because for me, I thought it was highly insensitive to the whole issue. I will admit, I keep saying this, the scene on the bus was amazing and it did stir up a reaction. But when he put that stupid pop song in it, that's when that scene completely became irrelevant to me then, right? And I mean, there was nothing leading up to anything of any significance whatsoever. Then we had that scene and then we had stupid music at the end. It was an insult to the civil rights movement. It's an insult to Doctor Who. And it was an insult to Rosa Parks. And anybody that still likes that episode said it's great. You're an idiot. You're an idiot. right? You're actually an idiot because that was disrespectful to that part of history. And it's as simple as that. And my wife says I have to stop calling people idiots. And she's right to a certain extent, but you are idiots if you actually think Demons of Punjab and Rosa were actually done correctly and actually did those points in time justice. You're on drugs if you think that. Seriously. Can't say I like these episodes, Rosa and Demons of the Punjab. It wasn't Doctor Who. It was very like Class, says Super John. Not finished Class yet, 2 episodes to go, but it hasn't impressed me, to be honest, says Rocket Runner. I did suggest Class to people. I'm actually regretting that now. I just don't think it's as good, as bad as people make it out to be. It had its that they see. Paul says it there. Class was great. I won't go that far, but I thought it was enjoyable to a certain extent. The twist with the weeping angels had me really looking forward to it. I agree. And I said it. The weeping angels twist at the end of Class Series 1 is probably one of the best cliffhangers I have seen in a long, long time, and the bastards get away. That do you know what? Even if they were to come back for an hour and a half episode, just to finish that bleeding story off, class was different. It's its own program, but each with its own. I can understand that. It was definitely aimed at the younger audience. Alright. I actually liked the episode with the girl and her father, uh, where where he's got the yoke on its back and and they take them. You know the one I'm on about. And the gym one was actually good. See, I think it's just because it was full of SJW stuff that people just can't get past that, so they're just gonna say it's shit. But if you actually take all that away and actually look at the stories that they were trying to tell, Class is actually not that bad. I will say one thing. Peter Capaldi's cameo was out of place. It was out of place because this was clearly going to be for the young adult because there was blood and guts in it. Like Torchwood, I'd even say it was probably even more gory than Torchwood in some scenes. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I came here from fellow Ballstreck. Ooh, yeah, we love Ballstreck on this channel. Ballstreck is very nice to me, I have to say. So is Gary and Doomcock. I mean, those guys, I've said it before, but those guys get a bad reputation online because they fight, they do what they do. And I agree, they fight a good fight and they get a lot of abuse, yeah, as you've seen yourself, even Neurotic's wife, Mrs. Neurotic, was, a target as well, include my wife as well. But I mean, I speak to these guys behind the scenes. Now I'm not going to say I speak to them all the time on a regular basis. That it's an everyday thing, because it's not. Every few days or so, I'll say hello to Doomcock. He'll say hello to me, and we'll have a bit of a conversation with Gary. Ballstreck now I'll talk to a little bit more than the rest, obviously, but that's not because of Ant. The other two lads are busy, and Ballstreck does be busy, but he when he has a new video coming up, we always have a little bit of a chat and stuff like that. So I mean, those three guys behind the scene are absolutely nice men. Seriously, they're heart of gold, to trade them. And as I said, they have helped out this channel. And they've given me shout outs on that channel, and they don't have to. Do you know what I mean? They don't have to do that, but they do. And they always have nice things to say. Jodie Whittaker turned me off when she attacked fans for not following her feminist BS before her first story was even aired, calling out. Yeah, that's why I did that video. I don't know if you've actually seen this. So I've been putting up little funny clips, and I put one up of Jodie Whittaker being thrown out of the TARDIS. And I wrote, what was it? Jodie Whittaker will depart Doctor Who after Series 12. And then I wrote, what was a hashtag good riddance, because that was the hashtag she used on that video where she was slagging the fans. So I put the hashtag good riddance on there. Now my connection's gone. Don't be surprised that this live chat goes on stage, because normally when it starts doing that, the live chat goes. Let me see. Where are we? Yeah, I read that. Read that. Read that. And we're here. Class was okay. It wasn't great. Fair enough. It was okay. Yeah. I mean, look, as I said, you take away all the SJW agenda and the stories that they were trying to tell, and the concepts that they come up with were actually alright. I did find the series a bit all over the place now, I have to admit. Don't know what I don't think they kind of knew what direction they really wanted to go in with it. But if I had been given a second series, I honestly do believe it would have settled down. Would the SJW crap gotten worse in it? Probably so. So I don't know, but I heard they did a big finish story, which is actually weird because it's a continuation, which I find ridiculous. Uh, yeah, a lot of people are saying in the comments there that I had some good moments, but it's the SJW crap that kind of, yeah. And I know some people didn't like some of the characters in it. And I told you the chat gonna go, so I have to get up the pop up chat. I don't know what's going on lately. I don't know if it's a deliberate ploy by YouTube, if this is the new thing during live streams to kind of make the stream go a bit wonky, because people will obviously go if the stream goes and then people will come back. I don't know. I'm not even monetized yet, so I mean, like, they're wasting their time if they're doing it to me, because I don't know what it is. Because I've checked the internet. The internet is perfect and all. Like, I mean, strong signal, like it's full signal, so it has to be. Has to be YouTube. Where's this bleeding chat? I thought I got it up. Oh my god, has it froze? Right, hold on now. Right, here we go. Let's have a look. Right. And do we still have the live comments? I don't know what's going on again, man. Please don't do this. I don't need this crap. Matthew Pounder says, class had no class. It was an awful series. Yeah, I know how Matthew feels about class. Matthew really does not like class at all. Whereas I'm a little bit more, I can appreciate some of the concepts that they had in it. But here, that was one of the main reasons why there was no Torchwood return. Because certain people in the BBC were blocking its return because they wanted class to get a clean run at it. Stephen Griffith says, I have to return to hell tomorrow work. So we'll have to turn in. Hope everyone is well. Catch you on another stream. Night all. Good night, Stephen. I'll talk to you soon. And thanks, mate, as usual, for your continued support. I really appreciate it. And I would say enjoy work, but we all fucking hate work, so I won't. Rocker Runner says, I don't hate class, but when I've finished it, I doubt I will ever go back to it again. Now, that's fair enough, yeah. Paul says, I like class for what it was, not bad, not good, above average overall. The Weeping Angel twist was pure gold to me. I agree with you. I've said it a few times on this channel. That Weeping Angel twist was absolutely bleeding epic, because you watch the whole series, you don't even see it coming. That's the thing, you don't, and it's deadly, man. Oh my god, it's just, no, that end scene. I don't care. People criticize me, but I'm telling you now, that end scene is just absolutely epic. I can't believe I said that about class, but seriously, It's not as bad as P. If you get rid of all the SJW and some of the characters are annoying. I do like Miss Quill. I know I'm going to be bleeding criticised for that, but I actually did like her character. Um, and there was something more. They could have, yeah, I actually liked her character. She played me a good villain in Doctor Who. Do you know what? Get Quill back. Do you know what? We could get her to kill Jodie Whittaker's Doctor. She'd had no problem killing the Doctor. The AKA, the Doctor, AKA Amy says we can still see you. Yeah, yes, we'll be still able to see me, ugly mug. Lindsay says good night. I'm gonna say good night. Brilliant chat, thanks all. We will talk to you on Wednesday, Lindsay. Good night. Paul says I have set aside time. Look at Fire Escape again. I wasn't impressed, but people keep saying it was good. It's another one of those that I didn't really, when I was younger, I didn't really. Well, I'm not say younger. It's one of those programs that I never really kind of got into. But again, you get older, then your taste kind of changes a bit. So maybe, there's certain shows that I'm watching now that as a kid I hated that actually are a little bit better. Creepies. You're dead. It's not International Horsefly Day or whatever. Was it Moffat who wrote Class? No, it was what's his face? It wasn't. It was oh, he was a producer on it, but he wasn't something Ness is his name. Class. What was his name again? Jesus, it doesn't even come up. Jesus, it's so that bad that they tried to bury you. There it is. It was written by Patrick Ness. Yeah, it was created by Patrick Ness. But Stephen Moffat was a producer on it. Here's Rotten Tomatoes. So I'll just actually check because I've never actually checked actually. So the Doctor Who series 11 was what 20. It's what 21% audience score. See, the audience score on this now is not actually bad. It's 68%, and the tomato meter is 84. So it actually Class actually has a better rating and viewing than Bleeding Serious. Oh my god, that says it all. Says it all. There, look, I'll show you. It's not messing, not taking the piss. There, look, Class. Hold on. I hate the way you see that. There you go. Look. Wow. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing because everybody says that Class is worse, but yeah, evidence shows that people think Series 11 is. Dane says, who and Jim Morha out of Sarah Jane Adventures is Queen Sadie Rennie Shield or the Rennie a new master in Series 12? I don't know if you're asking me if there's going to be. Yeah, there is a rumor again. So the rumor of the master has popped up again. Look, it's the same with the Rose Tyler one. This pops up every year. Some people are saying because the reason, because the Cybermen are back, they've basically all of a sudden, because they think now Cybermen are coming back, and basically because John Sims, Doctor, and Missy have been in worked with the Cybermen before, that it's going to be that's the reason why. Look, my source has indicated to me when that rumor came out the first time, and when those fake posters came out, and I even proved it myself that those photos of the vote Saxon that were around Cardiff were put up ages ago. It was a hoax, right? Now, what we have been told and what I was told, and this doesn't come from my source, that if the master does return, it won't be the same actor anyway. So, I mean, look, I don't know. Stephen Fry is set to appear in Doctor Who. Is Stephen Fry the new master? Do you know? I'm just putting that out there. I'm not saying the new master's got to be here because there's no indications whatsoever, right? There's none. The only reason why there's a connection here is because people are saying, well, the Cybermen are back, so that's why this rumor started up again. Because the Cybermen are back, well, then that means the Master has to be come back. No, it doesn't. The Cybermen used to appear in Doctor Who before, without the Master. So I don't know why people think all of a sudden, like if the Cybermen are coming back, well, then the Master has to be coming back. Nothing has been confirmed. Also, there's a what you call it. What was that other one? I think this was oh, I've actually totally lost it altogether. It mustn't have been important. I hate when I do that. Oh, Lindsay has got. Oh, I did say goodnight to Lindsay, didn't I? Yeah, good night, Lindsay. And Stephen has gone as well. So good night, Stephen, as well. Nice to have you here. As usual, I've been a Doctor Who fan since 1980. Torchwood was too nasty for me, says Bull. Yeah, I have to say, when I first watched Torchwood, obviously being a Doctor Who fan like yourself, since the 80s, we might as well say. Yeah, I found it. I have to say, I did find it a bit out there. But I have to admit, I do. Torchwood is not perfect, but I do like it's got its good moments. I do like Torchwood. It's not as bad as some people say. But once I went to America, that was it. Killed it. Children of the Earth was a deadly one. Um, and if you had kept it in London or Cardiff, I would have been pretty happy with that. As soon as you got to America, back no. Paul says Torchwood deserves more seasons. I'd like the second movie, like the ending, lots of potential. The BBC left us hanging. Is Mary Shelley going to be in Series 12? Yes, I have heard people talk about this Mary Shelley thing, and apparently she's supposed to be in the Cyberman episode. Again, we don't know. We don't know. This channel did speak about Mary Shelley. Again, we don't. I don't know. I'm going to be honest with you. Don't know. Source. I don't know if they know. They haven't told me if they do know. But if they did, they would tell me some. Maybe they don't. But it kind of does make sense though, because the Cybermen could inspire, obviously, the whole Frankenstein thing. Wasn't it Frankenstein? No, not Mary Shelley. Yeah, it was Frankenstein. Was that the one she did? Frankenstein? Yeah. So maybe, yeah. So I don't know. Again, that could be just someone that's clever enough and put two and two together and come up with. And again, no indication, but we'll have to see. Apparently, Florence Nightingale is supposed to be in this series as well. So again, don't know. We will just have to wait and see. Obviously, most of the information that has been getting leaked or sent out there is obviously about all the stuff that's been happening over the behind the scenes, and nothing really about the show as much. Normally now we'd be getting like list of episodes. We'd be getting something. We'd be getting something to dissect and talk about. but we've nothing. Do you think Una or Torchwood will return after Chibnall lives? Um, Una should never have been gone. Will Torchwood return after Chibnall lives? I don't know. I really don't. Would people want Torchwood back in Doctor Who, or would they like Torchwood back fully? Rocket Runner says, "Hope they bring Unit back." So do I, but it's ridiculous the way they were got rid of. Or John Sim regenerates into Missy, says Dan. Craig, it's a different showrunner, so different villains team up. Exactly. So I mean, unless we said, look, we'll just have to wait and see. I mean, John Sim. Look. Here's the thing, right? If John Sim was appearing as the master, of Michelle Gomez was appearing in Missy, we would have seen something by now. So, unless it's a different actor altogether, and then if it's a different actor, then they could actually get away with it because they could just say it's a different actor playing different scene. It doesn't necessarily have to be the master, or maybe those photographs that I showed you of the people that were either the silver or the black dude. One of them could be the fella in the black get up. Maybe one of them is the master. We don't know. Um, I love Torchwood. Was different to Who. It was trying to make its own mark, says Rocket Runner. Yeah, I agree. Torchwood was a refreshing change to Doctor Who. Fans don't like change. Yeah, please no Torchwood spoilers because I am yet to see it. I won't spoil Torchwood for you at all. But I will just say one thing. Series 4 is a pile of shite. So don't... if I were you, I always say this to people, but I know you're going to watch Series 4. But I'd stop at Series 3. It was a perfect trilogy for me. Didn't need a fourth one. Even though it's got great actors in part 4. No, it wasn't for me. I won't say nothing about Torchwood now. There's a couple of people that still haven't seen Torchwood, so anybody watching, please don't say anything in the live comments. And if any of me moderators do see comments about Torchwood that's giving away any secrets, please do me a favor and delete them. I think the BBC does moves like that to reach out to the American audience. Personally, I don't like it. I like British shows to be British. Just my personal tastes. No, I agree with you. I agree with you. That Doctor Who and Torchwood are British shows. Soon as you move them to America, it goes to shit. Unknown 289, and that's not just Americans. It's just the reason why you watch Doctor Who because it is a British show. The reason why he's watched Torchwood because it was a British show, right? Kind of defeats the purpose if you start then, no, I didn't like Series 4. Mary Shelley was already in Big Finish and met the Cyberman with the 8th Doctor. So if she is in it, it would retcon her story, says Unknown 289. Well, then there you go. Maybe someone has very cleverly done that, and not many people obviously. Well, I'm not saying not many people listen to Big Finish. A lot of people do listen to Big Finish, but not all the fandom listen to Big Finish. So, as I said, we haven't really gotten really except the little bits of photographs that we've gotten. RTD and Moffat both tore up a lot of canon from Classic Who. If we're being intellectually honest, I agree. I got to go now. Bye, no night. Good night, Dane. Have a good one. We will talk to you soon, my friend, and stay safe. Craig says makes a change because Series 4 seemed to be the most popular series for a lot of shows. Yeah, I just didn't like the storyline. I won't go into details, but even the end of it was shit. Um, Torchwood Children of Men was good to me. Really showed the true nature of humanity in bad situations. And Peter Capaldi is in that as well for any Capaldi fans. I agree. RTD and Moffat both retconned a lot and changed a bunch of things, or just pretended it didn't exist. And many writers destroy canon to create their vision. It's lazy. John Frobisher says Paul. They do. I think the biggest culprit though has to be JJ, doesn't he? Hold on, guys. Right. Was Series 4 Torchwood worse or better than Series 11 Doctor Who? I knew you were going to do that to me. Uh, I'm going to say Series 11 was worse than Torchwood Series 4, and I can't believe I'm actually saying that, but yeah, it's true. But in saying that, they're both as bad as each other. Yeah, Peter Capaldi is in Torchwood of Children of the Earth. Is it Children of the Earth or Children of Men? I think it's Children of the Earth. I keep getting mixed up as well. Keep saying Children of Men as well. I think it's Children of the Earth. I think that's what the name of the episode, that's the story is. It was better in my opinion. Yeah, I don't think there is something as bad as Series 11. And I know Class gets its stick, but I don't even think Class Series 1 is worse than Series 11. I actually think it's slightly better. But for the simple fact is, it had more interesting concepts. And actually, even though it failed miserably in some of the stuff that it was trying to do, Doctor Who Series 11 was just fucking boring. There was nothing. Hey, Time Matrix says Infinite Who. Welcome Infinite Who. I didn't see Time Matrix there. Did I skip your comment? I'm sorry if I did. I like to try kind of name out everybody that joins the stream. I saw a clip that recommended to me of Capaldi in Torchwood. Capaldi in Torchwood is brilliant. Oh, that's my other account. Time Matrix, is it? Oh, okay. I think that's what you're trying to tell me. Okay. Yeah, most people have multiple accounts now as well. It's the way of it now, isn't it? But yeah, right. So just to fill you in on what happened. So I ran a poll, as you all know, after the last live stream to ask you what days you would like the phone in competitions to be. Phone in competition. I mean the phone ins for the live stream, and you have all picked Wednesday. So this Wednesday is the last but every Wednesday now will be the live phone in night. So if anybody is interested in coming on, chatting, everybody will hear you obviously on the live stream. If you are interested, uh, add me on Messenger, Noel Glynn. It's a Manchester United crest profile picture. Just add me on Messenger. I won't be adding people on Facebook, just on Messenger. Obviously, if you're new to the channel, obviously wait until I get to know you a little bit better, and then I'll bring you on. That's just to rule out any chance of getting anybody on that's a troll or whatever. Well, I won't use the troll. Anybody out there that has a problem with me, doesn't get the opportunity to come on to get that 5 seconds of fame to have a pop at me. I'm not going to be giving people that opportunity. So, if you are interested, as I said, this is the last half hour of the stream. If anybody wants to uh, do that live chat, phone in with me, add me on Messenger. And then on Wednesday, then before we go live, I will text you all to see if you are available. And then if you are available, I'll be taking calls, and you can come in and talk to me about Doctor Who or whatever other franchise you want to talk about. And basically, it's to hear what your opinion is. You all know my opinions because I do live streams. And now I'm going to turn it around and basically give you the opportunity to come on here live on the live stream and actually tell others how you feel about whatever you want to talk about. So if you're interested, as I said, get adding me on Messenger, Noel Glynn. It's a Manchester United crest profile picture. Just add me on Messenger. I won't be taking any friend requests on Facebook unless I've known you a while. A few years in the live chat already follow me on Facebook, but obviously because I've known you a while. So, as I said, and I know people out there are shy, don't be. Come on. Look, at the end of the day, it's your channel too, right? And I want to get you as involved as much as we can. And then once a couple of people come on, start talking, then the rest will build up the courage to come on and talk also. So we've had Yvette on the last time. We've had Dan on. We've had Bad Wolf 66, and we've had a few others on as well. So if you want to come on, you know what to do. I'm screwed because I don't have a Facebook or Messenger. Well, you could just set up a Messenger just to add me or something, or just set up a Facebook page with just, you don't even have to be on Facebook just to set up Messenger. You know what I mean? You don't even have to use the page. Do you know what I mean? If you really want to come on and talk, you know what I mean? Do, because I'd like to hear from you, because this won't work unless I get enough people to come on and chat. And then obviously as the channel gets bigger then and grows, then more people will come on, and then obviously then we'll perfect it. We will find a way of perfecting it. This way it's better for me at the moment because it's a way I can control it safely without having, you know, why is my phone gone all weird? I don't know. There's something not right. It looks like it's right. It doesn't matter. What have we got? Good night, Time Matrix. Matrix is leaving us. So good night and God bless and have a safe night, as I always say. But yeah, so you all know now what to do. So if you want to join for the Wednesday night chat, I'll look for you, Noel. I'm a Manchester United fan also. Glazer sell the club already. Yeah, I will be launching my Manchester United channel probably next week. I didn't want to react after the defeat at Crystal Palace because I would have really blown me top. And well, I probably would have went viral. I probably should have, because my video probably would have went viral because I had plenty of things to say. Thanks you too. See you. See you. We look after yourself, as I said. So yeah, I'll be doing that as well. So I'll be looking out for any requests on. Is the live stream still on? What live stream? Paul Pogba wants out. I'm sad, but can't blame him. I don't blame him either. No, I really don't. He looks around at that team. Sure, look, if I was playing in that team, I'd want to leave. I went inactive. All right, no. So sometimes you might need to refresh the page. So YouTube has been really acting weird lately. Happy, hey, no, happy to talk, chat, blah 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 blah. I will have Yvette on obviously Wednesday. and a couple of other people as well. But if you want to, come on, then yes, come on. Every time I get notification of someone I'm sub to, your stream freezes and I have to refresh. LOL, I subbed the last time, Lord. Good night. Good night, Time Matrix. Let me see. So we'll just check just before we kind of end the stream, see if there's anything interesting happening in the world of Doctor Who, because that's what this channel is really all about. Obviously, I put the Colin Baker story up, where he talks about he might have changed a decision or two, or reversed a decision or two. But it's very interesting when you do Google it, and you look at the news. It's mostly about Billie Piper, Colin Baker, um, John Barrowman, Peter Capaldi. We've got one about the DeLorean. We got one with Moffat. Um, but again, no articles really. The only article that's Jodie Whittaker related is Doctor Who departure rumors branded nonsense by insiders, and that's the Radio Times article, right? But all the other articles that you see about Doctor Who are about past companions, about past doctors. They're not really focusing on Chibnall or Whittaker whatsoever. If that doesn't tell you anything, do you remember this time last year? Everything was plastered with Jodie Whittaker stuff, Chris Chibnall stuff. This year is completely the opposite. They have been completely silent. Silent. Nothing at all. Yeah, Jodie Whittaker's doctor was one of the most promoted doctors I've ever seen in the history of the show, right? And this year she has had little or no promotion whatsoever. And people think everything is fine, dandy, and rosy. Well, it's going to be a great day, and hopefully it's not too far away. Colin Baker was the most vocal actor to support Jodie Whittaker. He changed his stance? I hope so. No, he's talking about his era. He doesn't actually. He has been one of. But listen, he knew what he was doing there. He seen what happened to Peter Davison, and he jumped on board. I don't blame him. I don't know if that's how he truly feels. If it does, well, that's him. You know. A lot of them I've been told behind the scenes, and a lot of former actors actually don't like them. He seems to have gone quiet on that front. Yeah, he won't say nothing now. But he still wears the stupid little t-shirts and stuff. BBC is doing major damage control. They probably pulled Jodie from Comic Con. Good. Well, the next one's New York. Well, here the rumor is BBC America weren't too happy, and they're the ones that pulled the plug. So again, what can you do? What can you do? I mean, look, they can lie to us all they want and say that everything's perfect, and that unicorns and rainbows, and everybody is hugging and kissing each other, and everybody is fine, and everybody's getting on, and Jodie Whittaker's having the time of her life, and Thousand Cole doesn't look pissed off, and he's happy, and Manip Gill is getting great character development for her character in Yaz, and Chris Chibnall's the best showrunner that ever walked on the planet. Yet my arse. Ridiculous. This era was a shambles from day one. Soon as Jodie Whittaker was named the Doctor, it was a shambles. Soon as Chris Chibnall was announced the showrunner, shambles. Right? As soon as Pierce Winger came out and attacked the head of BBC drama, came out and attacked our predecessors, crap. Right? It was never ever going to succeed. It was never going to succeed because there was no reason to do the gender swap in the first place. Can someone honestly tell me or show me evidence before Stephen Moffat that there was a possibility that the Doctor, and I'm talking about the Doctor only, not talking about the Master, not talking about any other Time Lord, I'm talking about the Doctor. Show me evidence in the show that suggests that the Doctor could change from male to female. Is it not actually written within the show's lore that there was time ladies and time lords, male and female time lords? So if that's the case, what would the point be in gender swapping? What would the point of even being born male or female if you could just gender swap anyway? It does not make any sense. So before Stephen Moffat even started messing around with this and RTD made little hints about it, right? Tell me within the classic era of the show where it says that the Doctor, there was a possibility of the Doctor changing gender. Right? Just because, right? And here's another thing you hear by these pro Jodie supporters. Po, 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 the Doctor's an alien. The Doctor can do whatever the Doctor wants to do. How many years have you been watching the show? A year? Feck off, you know nothing. Just because Sidney Newman in the 80s made an offhand comment about maybe the Doctor should change. At the time, and people actually don't bring this up, at the time he was actually having dealings with the BBC and they weren't very nice dealings. So he would have said that back then. All right. And I'm telling you now one thing, right? Changing the Doctor to a female back in the 80s would have been a disaster as well. It wouldn't have worked. You fundamentally changed the character. Once you change gender, you change the character. Doesn't matter what you write for that Doctor, you change the character. It's as simple as that. And I've actually done, he can even be a frog. Well, I've done a little episode, I've done a little video there where you'll see it. Jodie walks in and says, why is there a frog in here? I don't know if you have seen my little video, but I take a little piss take of that scene. I also put up the scene where Chris Chibnall is pregnant and that man is on that woman's back in the Dalek episode. Yeah, I say a man. I don't say Dalek because that's exactly what they were referring to when that Dalek was on. What was her name? I can't even think of her name. She was that boring of a character. But anyway, that yoke that had the yoke on her back, that was a metaphor for a man holding women back, and basically, they could we control women. You know, all this wokeness crap. You know, but my favorite scene in Doctor Who Series 11 had to be when Jodie Whittaker went. I'll tell you, it was the best bit of acting from her. Actually, she should have won an Oscar for that, right? As one of me stupid followers on Twitter said, right? And I called the person stupid because he's only following me because he's a pro Jodie fan and wants to see everything that I do. But I'll just say this: this person said that Jodie Whittaker should win an Oscar, right? But seriously, for the scene where she gives out to that single father because he'd only lost his wife and he found his wife in that little universe thing or whatever it was supposed to be, right? And he's there, and obviously, like he's in mourning for his wife, and his wife just happens to be there, and he left his daughter there, fair enough. But the way she gives out to him with that ferocity, the way she gives it to him, right? That's the best bit of acting out with Jodie Whittaker out of the whole series of Series 12 or Series 11. That was the best bit of acting that she ever done because you could see the contempt on her face. You could see the hatred all in that one scene, right? Seriously, there is no inclusion in Doctor Who. If you have a dick, yeah, it's bad news, right? If you don't have one, you're okay. But if you have one, bad news. And especially if you're white, bad news. Seriously, ridiculous. So if all you fans out there that saying that Jodie Whittaker shouldn't have won an award, yeah, I agree. For that scene, she should have won one for being a radical feminist who hates men. Because in that whole scene, She exactly Rocket Runner says saying she wasn't acting in that scene, she was just being herself or usual self. Exactly. That's why it was convincing. Because that's the real contempt that she holds for men. Because all the rhetoric that's come out of her mouth since she took the role, right? Obviously she hasn't said much now because she was probably told to shut her mouth. And rightly so. Rightly so. Listen, it's the same with the Star Wars fandom, the Star Trek fandom and all, right? You get all these snowflake, soy drinking idiots, right? That think they run the fandom, that think they own the fandom, come in and spew their ideology, right? Or we don't follow their ideology, we'd get out of the fan base. Well, I'm fucking sorry, right? I'm in this fandom since the 80s, right? And if any little jumped up Jodie Whittaker fan is going to tell me to leave this fandom, do you know what I'm going to say? This is what I'm going to say. I was watching Doctor Who when you were an itch in your daddy's pants. So get the out of my face and don't come anywhere near me. Yeah, and get out of this fandom, right? But don't worry, our time will come in this fandom because then we will get the clean house, and we're gonna clean house. Trust me. All these little Jodie Whittaker fans, right? And I'm talking about the newer ones. I'm not talking about the ones that have been following the show and decided to follow her. Forget about them. They'll soon go to a different doctor anyway, like we will, right? But all the ones that come into the fandom, there's not many of them left. There's still a few that come into the fandom when Jodie Whittaker. When Jodie Whittaker is gone, some of them might stick around to cause trouble. Well, they'll be run out of this fan base. We're going to do to them what they did to us for 2.5 years. Nobody's getting away with it. And I said this, the day that Jodie Whittaker leaves and Chris Chibnall leaves, this fan base, and I already know what's going to happen, those people that have suffered abuse for 2.5 years off that other side are going to finally crack, and they're going to finally go and take a pop at all these people. So all you pro Jodie fans, I'd be running scared right now, because as soon as this news blows up and it's out there, right? God love you. Seriously, God love you. So I'm not going to do that. And I don't give a shit what you all say about me. But there's others that do. And you treating them, threaten their wives, threaten their families, made their lives a living hell, try to get people sacked and all. I'm sorry, but your time is up. Soon as that announcement is made, the better for me anyway, because then I can finally sit down and relax with the rest of you and just watch all this unfold. Watch this shit show unfold. And wait and you see the reaction of these fans when Jodie Whittaker goes. Wait and you see. And by the way, this is why I'm saying we have to act, because do you know who they're going to blame? That's who they're going to blame. Every single person here, right? And all those other big YouTubers as well, and all their followers, right? That's who's going to be blamed for this, right? Chris Chibnall and Jodie Whittaker will not take any responsibility, right? So anybody thinks that these two are going to take responsibility for this shit show, they're not, right? There's always a scapegoat, right? What did they do? What did they do when STD was having its problems, right? They came out and attacked fans, blamed fans, right? That's exactly what these two will do, right? Or Jodie Whittaker will come out and say something. This is, I can already tell you what her leaving statement's going to be, right? And no, this is not because I've been told it. This is what I know because I could think like these people, right? This is what she'll say. Well, I've done all I can do with Doctor Who. I've had a blast for the last 2 years, but it's time to move on. I would like to thank all the fans who supported me. I've really had a blast. Blah, 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 blah. Right? That's exactly what will happen. Right? And Chris Chibnall will come out with something similar and say, I did all I can do with Doctor Who. I know I originally had a 5-year plan, but in 2 years we were able to do a lot more than we were able to do in the 5-year plan that I had. Blah 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 blah. Right? And that's what it'll be. Right? It'll be like getting a sock puppet and just going blah 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 blah. Nobody believes you. Get away. Right? But that's who they will blame. That's who they blame. It'll be same when the star when this last Star Wars movie comes out. Then I don't know what they're gonna do. But then after that, then when everything has settled down and everything is relaxed, then there'll be fingers pointed all over the place. I'm actually watching Frontier in space right now, Paul. That is weird that you say that. I'm actually on the third episode right now. Um, I was watching Frontier in Space yesterday. Low budget, cheesy props, plastic costumes, and makeup. Great writing, acting. It is. I have to say now, the CGI and all is pretty bad, but the storytelling, I agree, man. I'm loving. You know what? I've watched Pertwee's era, right, and I have over the years, but this is the first time I've actually sat down and like really sat down and being invested in every single story, even the weak ones. I'm finding that I'm loving because we just don't have Doctor Who anymore, and it's sad. Unknown 289 says, weird that they tried to protect women by targeting and threatening a woman for not being like them or being related to someone who isn't like them. The pro Jodies and such seem to go after women a lot. They do. They do. Any woman, and even some of my subscribers, as you know, as ourselves, and the followers are women, and they've even been a target because they don't like this era. Apparently, if you let me see, I've seen something about Gallifrey base there, and I want to read that. Where is it? Um, where did I see that? Where is it? 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 Nothing on GallifreyBase.com forums has nothing new. Yes, but I'm just going to tell you, as I already know that there's going to be something revealed. Because obviously I know. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be privy to this. It's been made clear to me that I won't be privy to this information. But as I have told you, there is something coming. So just look out at the usual forums, YouTube, especially if there's any new YouTube channels that have been set up. Just keep your eye on them as well. That's all I'm going to say. What about the Green Death, please? Says Peter Davison. Green Death is force rate. Frontier in Space was a great story, though. I love Pertwee area and haven't seen them in many years, sitting on my shelf. Great to see them again. Delgado was great as the master. Yeah, it's the whole. Yeah, I'm Delgado is just brilliant. The Green Death. Yeah, I'll have to actually I might do a watch along with that. We'll have to do something. Because there seems to be really people want to see me do a classic one, so Inferno is tomorrow. I love Inferno as well. Peter Davison, The Green Death is my favorite classic Who story of what I've watched so far. Peter Davison is a generic actor. He was miscast for Doctor Who, didn't suit the role. Stories were hit or miss. I've never been a Davison fan, but each to his own. Well, Davison was my doctor, so I do have a soft spot with him, but I can understand where you're coming from. But that is sad that Delgado passed away. We would have had a better send off because it wasn't meant to be the final battle between Tree and the Master. Yeah, I know. It is actually sad. I love Delgado. Unknown 289 sounds like it might be something pretty big coming soon. The Time Monster. Well, apparently, look. All I'm going to tell you is all I've been told is that that there's going to be more information revealed. Unfortunately, I'm not privy to this part of it at the moment. Because this is something that they want to do themselves. And I understand that. I'm not saying I'm not going to be getting any more information. I will be. It's just this one they want to do by themselves, and that's fair enough. I understand that. I suppose they've probably seen how well this channel has done with all the leaks, and they've probably decided to do it their own. their own way, and that's fair enough. I understand that. It happens. Um, so we'll see what happens. Um, but yeah, look, it's not over. It's not over. Look, that leak that happened, right? That leak that happened, right, was only the tip of the iceberg. Well, and it was told people said it to us that night, right? And it wasn't just me; it's other YouTubers that said it. It's only the tip of the iceberg. Tip of the iceberg. Far more has gone on behind the scenes, right? That hasn't even been. Look at the silent. This is why I just, you know what, I'd love to be a fly on the wall. BBC Cardiff right now. Being honest with you, it'd be deadly if someone could. I don't know, man. See where Jodie Whittaker is, Chris Chibnall. Try track them down and see where they are. And if they're nowhere near Bleeding Cardiff, see if they get spotted somewhere. That's what we should actually do. We should actually send out all the minions, right? Have a look for Jodie Whittaker and Chris Chibnall if you get any photographs of them, and you have to actually have the time stamp on it and the exact day. The draconians were talked about by me source. That's something that's been looked into. I watched the draconians last night. Um, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it, loved it. I love everything about classic Doctor Who, man. Even though some of the villains' designs were a bit, bad. A lot of them were fantastic. I mean, the draconian bleeding makeup and the design, absolutely fucking brilliant, man. So excuse the language, but seriously, even for its time, Doctor Who was way ahead of itself. It really was. And for a small budget as well, you got to think of it, right? Star Trek had a huge budget, right? Doctor Who never had the budget, never had the budget that show had, and was still able to produce uh, brilliant story after brilliant story after brilliant story. I'm not saying that classic Who was perfect, but no, it's not. It's not. There's some really bad stories out there, but it's better than anything new. Who, and I'm being honest. Look, Heaven Sent for me is probably up there as one of the best episodes ever. But overall, for me, the classic era is the true Doctor Who. I always said this from day one. 2005 was a soft reboot. Even RTD said it, and I was on board with it because he was able to cleverly balance new with old, and he did it bloody well. And he did it well. Let's be honest, right? Some people say that RTD's era is overrated. I disagree. I don't think it's overrated at all. I think it was a fairly fucking decent start especially the very first season was a very good solid start. I think Series 4 is his best series now, to be quite honest with you. Series 2 I did enjoy. Series 3 I didn't mind, and I do think that Martha Jones character in it is underrated. I actually think Martha Jones is up there with Donna Noble as one of the best companions that we have had in New Who. But I was on board with New Who because you know it gave us nostalgia, but it also gave us something new. Whereas Chris Chibnall decided to come in and say, well, fuck nostalgia, fuck the way everything used to go before. I'm just going to get a wrecking ball and I came in like a wrecking ball. Doctor Who was gonna fall. And that's exactly what's happened. So, I mean, look, RTD brought me back to this. Yeah, they brought it back to brought it back to the air. I'm not a fan, but he did a few gems. Look, as I said in 2005, before Doctor Who came back on screens, I was in a very low part of my low point. of my life, and I was thinking of, because I suffer with depression and stuff, and I've always suffered with mental health issues. I'm not gonna, I actually did a video on it and spoke about it actually. Um, but if Doctor Who hadn't come back in 2005, I wouldn't be sitting here tonight talking to you guys. That's how bad my depression was. Um, so I owe this show a lot, and that's why I'll always be as passionate as I am and defend it as much as I can, because this show helped me through difficult times, and I say it's helped other people out there through difficult times. See, this is what these new type of fan don't get, right? Shows like that do have a personal impact on someone's life, whether it's negative or a positive. Most of the time, it's a positive impact, right? These people, these people don't get it. These fans will, new breed of fans will never get that. So when a pro Geordie fan says to me, get out of the fandom, no, you get out of the fandom, because you clearly don't know what fandom means. You clearly do not know what it takes to be a true fan. And they'll never be. They're as fickle as anything. They'll move on to the next thing, the next thing, the next thing, the next thing. As I said, we'll always be here in this fandom until the day we die. That's the way it goes. So, Silence in the Library was a gem. I like that double bill. The Forest of the Dead, wasn't it? And Silence in the no, Silence in the Library and Forest. Forest of the Dead. Yeah, I love that. Do you know, I felt sorry for Donna Noble in that story, because she thought the fella that she'd fell in love with and got married to was a fake, and it turned out he was real, and she never got to. And that's who I actually wanted to her end up. Remember when David Tennant came back and she's with the other fella? But I was hoping beyond hoping that even in real life, he had somehow tracked her down or something, and they'd met. But then I was thinking, well, they couldn't, because then she'd remember, and then not. But Midnight was brilliant. Midnight for me is one of David Tennant's best episodes. I love it. I love it. That the Midnight is that's how you do a classic horror Doctor Who, in my opinion, with a little bit of drama stuck in there, and tell you, and the right balance. Love it. David Tennant is actually very good in that. It is one of his best. Turn Left for me is probably Catherine Tate's one of Catherine Tate's best as well. A lot of people agree with Midnight being great. Um, Martha Jones was good. Donna Noble gets missed by the radicals. She's not hot and sexy at all. They missed that character. I wonder why. Exactly. I love Donna Noble. Donna Noble, love her. I like The End of Time. I really like Journey's End. Bring back Davros, great stories. Yeah, but here's the thing. Someone was actually mentioned this, and I actually do agree. Davros has kind of been shit all over the last couple of years as well, though. I mean, since he's come back, he's been kind of a slave to the Daleks as well. Like, he created the Daleks, right? He created them, and then Moffat turned them into a bleeding job. I'm sorry, but I did not like any of the Davros stories of New Who. None of them. None of them. Use them. Use them. Just like they use the Daleks now, because they have to have them in. And you know what? Someone made the point. It's been 5 years since we had a decent Dalek story. So for anybody saying, "Oh, I don't want to see the Daleks, don't want to see the Daleks, because we always have the Daleks." Yeah, but the last 5 years, they've only made brief appearances. You know what I mean? So Davros was never an enemy of the Daleks outside of Genesis of the Daleks. Um, that's what I mean. At the end of that, yeah, they turn against them at the end of that. But what I'm saying is, Moffat just kind of. I wanted Davros to come back and be powerful again. Do you know what I mean? Not to be a pathetic little lapdog to the Daleks. Do you know what I mean? Um, Geek Named Joe says Midnight is quite literally phenomenal. I like The End of Time. I really like Journey's End. Brought back Davros. Great story, says Paul. Midnight was good, as was Turn Left. I love Turn Left. Turn Left is probably one of me top episodes up there. Maybe I should do my top 5 episodes one day, because it's obviously changed over the years. Maybe I should do another top 5, giving me top 5 episodes of the New Who era, or top 10 maybe. Davros was never an enemy of the Daleks outside. Yeah, I read that one. Sorry. Asylum of the Daleks was a gem. Run, you clever boy. Asylum, I don't mind too much. Now, I'm not a big fan of the Dalek stories, except for Dalek, obviously, when RTD brought them back. But yeah, Asylum of the Daleks is not too bad. I'll give you that one. What do you think of the Lazarus Project? The one with Yeah, the CGI was horrible in the Scorpion thing, but the story was actually very good. Um, it's the only thing that I don't like about it is the CGI. But I mean, Mark Ace is brilliant in that actually. That was a good story, and yeah, I didn't mind not Donna, and Martha's sister. It would have been nice to see those two in the TARDIS with the Doctor maybe for an adventure, because the sister seemed to be on board with, the fact that she was nearly with a bleeding alien. She didn't really react that much. Um, but I didn't like Martha's ma. I liked the dad. The dad was funny in the parts that he was in. I put my foot down. Do you remember that scene? I put my foot down. Put my foot down. You don't walk away from me. And then he runs after her like a little left hand. Davros was leading the Daleks during the first year of the Time War. Now he's a pet. I never liked that. That's what I mean, Paul. That's exactly what I was trying to actually say. The fact that he's just become that little lapdog, little pet. I don't like that. I actually like Sleep No More. Asylum is unwatchable for me, says a geek named Joel on both those comments there. Craig says, let me see. I feel like I'm alone with Moffat and everyone else is Russell. In what way? In the way that you like Moffat better than Russell, is it, or something? Or I don't like the Fires of Pompeii at first. Got better over time. I actually love Fires of Pompeii. Do you know what though, Paul? I can get where you're coming from though, because it isn't. I have to say, it's not the most exciting episode. And nothing really goes on in it, but it's Pompeii. Oh, I don't know. Just had a fast. It's Anthony Egyptian or Titanic or anything I'm drawn in. That's why I love Pyramids of Mars and stuff like that. If Doctor Who did more stuff like that for me now, I'd be invested. I'd rather not think of the Lazarus Project, to be truthful, says Rocket Runner. I've never been a Tennant fan. The ladies love Skinny Boy Tennant. He was okay. My wife loves Bleeding David Tennant. Jesus Christ, she'd leave me for him. Stories were all over the place. A few gems, but mostly duds to me. He's an okay actor. Craig says, yes, I prefer Moffat's era. And Paul says, I like Moffat better than RTD, but both are okay. The new show is shadow of its former self, says Paul. Geek named Joel says, I actually disagree with people say Capaldi's era was flawed. Honestly, the only stories I hate in Capaldi's era are Hellbent and Forest of the Night and the girl who died two-parter. Tennant is overrated. Do you know what though? I'm actually starting to notice that people are actually looking at Capaldi's era and watching the episodes again and are actually having the same opinion as you. But I do think some of it is got to do with the fact that there's so much hate for Whittaker's Doctor that people are just watching Peter again just to see if it's as bad as people think it is. And people are actually now coming to realization that maybe maybe Peter's era is not as bad as people make out. Look, I mean, I like the Under the Lake. That two-parter is actually brilliant. I love that two-parter. Serious, look, even the way when the Doctor was forced introduced and he looked like he was going to be dark and all, I did actually like that. I was hoping that that's the way all the Series 8 was going to be. It was just going to have a dark tone and it was going to continue from there. But no, even Moffat, I don't even think knew what he wanted to do with Peter's Doctor. And I know the younger fans, some were saying, oh, he's too old. Well, you're clueless because an old man played the doctor in the first place. So that just got to show you that you actually haven't got a clue about the show, but we'll forget about that anyway. But the thing about it is, I was glad they got an old doctor in, right? I'm glad Peter was picked because it needed to be grounded back down to reality. Again, then there was none of this. Again, the SJWs don't like Peter Capaldi's era either. It's because there was no love connection between Bill and the Doctor in a sexual manner like it was with Rose and the Doctor and stuff like that. Because he was an older man, she was a younger girl. It was more of a mentor, like it was in the classic fucking era. You know what I mean? See, this is what these SJWs will never be happy with an older Doctor, and they're gonna lose their shit when the next Doctor is announced anyway. Because not only is it a man, but obviously will be fairly young class in Doctor Who terms, but still it'll be a man. That's gonna piss them off because it all depends then on the companions that they're gonna pick. But you know what I mean? If they leave out the love interest stuff, you can imagine they're gonna kick up crap. They're gonna kick up crap. Capaldi's era is phenomenal. Honestly, it's great. Be right back. A girl has just texted me. LOL says geek name Joel. Ah, geek name Joel's becoming a man. Yay! Get yourself a woman. Paul says Capaldi's era was flawed. Stories were silly. He's a brilliant actor. Saddled with silly stories. Had a few gems. But I'll leave with this. The egg is a moon. The sleep monster, pure BS. Uh, I still can't get over that episode. The moon episode. Kill the moon, wasn't it? Kill the moon. Right? Because for starters, right? I'm not a scientist or anything like that, right? But the end of that episode is actually ridiculous. So the moon cracks, right? Right? So it cracks. Right? You see it in the sky, it cracks. Where's the tidal waves? Where's the tsunamis? Where's the earthquakes? They're standing on a fucking beach. Get away. Didn't even make sense to scientifically. I mean, Moffat turned. Look, Peter's era is flawed, right? It's probably not as bad as people make it out to be, but it is flawed, right? The thing about it is when Moffat thought the Doctor was some sort of Disney character, all this fairy tale adventure shit, and it just didn't work. Right, listen, folks, I've actually gone way over time, but I noticed nobody actually said anything to me tonight. You normally do, but I think it's because we've all had such a great conversation. You just forgot to say something to me. Um, but listen, for anybody that's just joined the channel, I hope you have enjoyed what happened here tonight. We do have we're going to be having a live phone in every Wednesday now. For anybody that wants to come in and have a chat and talk about Doctor Who. So if you want to do that, please do so. So I'll be back on Wednesday for more chat. Obviously, if I get any more information in the meantime, I will let you know. But obviously, as I said, everything seems to be real quiet at the moment, except for what I've already told you that there might be something happening over the next couple of days. So have a look out for that. As I said, it's been great. 500 subscribers though, guys. I can't tell you how much that means to me. So listen, Wednesday, unless something happens tomorrow, I'll be on. If I need to do a video, I'll do a video and I'll be on. But listen, I'll talk to you all on Wednesday if that's not the case. Have a good one. And don't forget, Wednesday is live phone in. So if anybody wants to be part of it, as I said, Noglin on Twitter, Noglin on Messenger. It's a Manchester United crest profile picture. If you want to join the live chat, add me on that, and we will get you on Wednesday night. Listen, Thank you from me, Cheryl, and Ted for your continued support. Thank you for all the well wishes as well. Cheryl does really appreciate it all. Thanks all the love that she's sending out to me dog as well. He loves you all as well, Ted. And I mean, I've never seen Ted so active on the camera, wanting to be on the camera all the time either. So thank you for that. And I know I'm rambling on, but we did reach 500 subscribers, so obviously I had to say something. And listen, from me to you guys, thank you. Thank you for staying with me these last few months, especially the ones that have only jumped on board, but those that have been with me from day one. Thank you for sticking with me. I know, I know. Sometimes I can, some of you have to kind of, not put me in my place, but kind of calm me down, because you all look out for me, and I appreciate that as well. So listen, from the bottom of your heart, thank you very much. 500 subscribers. Let's get to 1,000, and let's then take on the whole fandom. Yeah, that's it really. So yeah, good night. God bless. Talk to you all on Wednesday, and yeah. Look, one thing you'll always get, and Geek Name Joel says it. No problem, mate. Honestly, dude, keep it going on. It's great that you're passionate, and I cannot wait for further streams. And thank you. And that's why I do it. I do it for you guys as well. And you know what? You will always get 100% honesty from me, and you will always get that me passion, and you will a lot. That's just the way I am. I'm never going. This channel's never going to change any other way. It's always going to be the same way. I'm always going to be honest. Do you know what I mean? And people will like me for it, and people will hate me for it. But you know what? That's just life. You're always going to have people out there. Listen, if you haven't liked the video, please give the video a like. If you haven't subscribed, please do so. Hit that notification bell. And also, if you already have done all those things, please make sure that you still are. I will talk to you all Wednesday. Right, I'm going now. Good luck. Happy International Dog Day for all you dog owners out there. And give your dog a bit of a hug and a kiss there, and tell them that you love them. I'll see you. Good luck. Bye.